Welcome, hockey fans, to the 21st Annual Cranbrook Bantam Eagles Christmas Hockey Tournament. And we got that one overslide, all right.
We've been around for most of 21, too, Terry, I think.
Kamloops Dolson Raiders in the final game against the Cranbrook Bantam Eagles. And two pretty good hockey teams. Rocky Cranbrook's one of the better teams in the province, and Kamloops is a good team. They're a minor team, all first-year players, but they're a pretty good hockey team themselves.
We've got that good start, Terry, and anticipate that we'll have a rising final here between these two teams.
Well, quite a few of the games in this tournament have been lopsided. Cranbrook has handled and for Cranbrook, the coaches, Rod Hussey, Tournament last year. One side pass over here to Johnson, and he pumped in a good hard set. Right behind the net there, they're hitting the street. Here's how it's constructed down here. Long shot there with the point. And the finish of the game, the Raptors can't do it. They just put it on the first and the Kamloops net. And he's going to work it looks like today, Rocky.
But he looks like he's a pretty confident goaltender, so he's takes small break and then he just threw it high on the crease and put everything he got away. He needed the defense to come back, take it up to the middle, and all he had left to do was shoot, and the shooting way up top the crease got that shot.
Ryan Young wins the job at Kamloops, 6 at the center. He was way out, Rocky, you're right. Back in the zone, it's Turkey. It goes off. It goes to Sam, Mawicki. And slowly up there for Kamloops on the fence and make a couple passes for Cranbrook. They're back in the own zone. They hit the Kamloops player Young over the wall, push it high over the net. Push the puck there and push Young, push a good move, he shoots it low, and the push is set down over the and they come up to the top of the Kamloops, push the puck down, they come to the he thought it was good, I think. When he blocked it, and then he thought he had a big one, he forgot that he was hit. And the puck or not, and it hit his back on the field, and Robbie tried to find on the top, and it hit the piece of the easy play, and it was yeah, I thought I really kind of found on the shot, but it was off the field, it stepped into the field, and it was the same field. He kept going like the other think he's going to take the puck in. And he's on down. And it's behind him, it'll be outside if they touch it. They don't touch it, but it's still outside. The Cranbrook has had a couple of good scoring chances early, and Cranbrook has one goal at the top of the net.
I thought Gabby I thought this in the paint there. Gabby's a good team, he's good in team, he's good he should be one next to us, right? The FSC, they comment,
Johnson, and Bluefleet for Kamloops. And Robert Petrie, Rocky, his dad is an old Cranbrook. athlete. Kersey at his own line, a backhand pass ends up in Fleury's stick. Fleury, ringside pass ends up in Johnson's stick, and he just shoots it in the corner. Back to Sonic, he slaps it off the board. Stahl dumps it to center, and there's going to be a race here. But Nowicki ends up with the puck. Shoots it out. Spence can't get anywhere. He's poke check. Konecki backhands the puck. In the corner is Fleury. Stahl faces him. He can put the puck down the play, and the puck is into the center. Konecki comes up, and he just puts it back in. Nowicki. And here comes Cranbrook. The center. Shot in. Bocha on the left side. Long pass to Chase, and he shoots it. Doesn't get too far. A shot. Wide. Bocha has the puck again. Tries to center it and can't. A little bit of action in front of the net. Two players go down. Behind his net goes Scott. He loses it. Whacking away at Bradley. Fleury. Kamloops comes up with the puck in their own zone. A backhand pass out over the line, and Scott shoots it back in. Fleury to his own line to center, and he'll try to put it in. He's hit by Ryan Young, and the puck comes back to Nowicki. He shoots it off the board, down the ice, and this will be icing on Kamloops.
Well, Kerry, to this point, well, five minutes gone in the first period. Cranbrook's really taken the play away from Kamloops. One reason is they seem to have a really good rotation out there. Defenseman Jeff Scott pinched in there, and Kevin Quaife on good rotation took his spot and managed to keep the pressure on Kamloops.
Thatcher shoots the puck, but it's blocked, and here comes Gafer. He's a pretty good worker, Rocky. A couple of games I've seen, he's been a hard worker for Kamloops. The puck goes in the corner. Fritz has it. Tries to center it and can't. It's stopped by Becker. Comes around on the boards for Durst. He can't control the puck. Bradley shoots it in. Gafer can't control it. He's behind the net. Ward and Gafer and Fritz put a little pressure on for Kamloops. Chris Young shoots at the center. Peterson. And Chris Young does a good job of tying up two players. Fiorentino can't get a hold of it. It comes back to Becker at the point. And he loses it in his skates. And it's an offside.
A really good chance there by young Ward from Kamloops. Good work by Fritz in behind the net. Cranbrook a little run around in their own zone. Threw it out front, and Ward missed the wide open side.
Kersey, Riley Nelson, and Craig Stahl for Cranbrook. Kamloops comes to center. Baines has the puck and shoots it in. He's out with Paget and Warner. Back to the point, Nowicki. A shot low and a good save by Ondrick. Fleury cut a fans on it. Kersey comes up with a pass to Riley Nelson to the blue line, over the line. Against Nowicki, a good pass to Kersey, and good back checking on the part of Paget by Kamloops. Paget to center, shoots it in, and Kamloops looks like they want to dump the puck in a lot, Rocky. Pass to Stahl, he can't get to it. Kersey flips it to the blue line and out before he shoots it back in. Cranbrook in their own zone. Matt Hunter. Off the boards, Nelson has two whacks at it, can't get it out, and now the third one gets out. Warner shoots it back in again. In his own zone, Konecki. Pass to Stahl in front of his own net in the slot to Riley Nelson. He tries to deke Johnson and can't, and then shoots it to center, intended for Stahl, and Stahl does come up with it. Stahl shoots the puck down the ice, and that'll be icing. And they wave it off. Nowicki in his own zone. Off the boards it comes right to Ryan Young, and he's bodied off the puck. Kersey. And that's Brant Kersey, the defenseman. Dustin Kersey's the centerman. Brant is a first-year player, and he's way bigger than his brother, although his brother doesn't think so. In front it goes to Pocha. He can't control it. It's chipped to the blue line. The shot in, right in front by Kersey, and it's deflected wide. A hard shot by Scott. And he looks like he likes to move up in the play a little bit and get involved, Rocky. Ryan Young can't get it back to the point. It comes to Scott. He flips it Pocha on the other side, and Cranbrook's got some pretty good size on here with this line, and they have pretty good pressure. Jeff Scott, off the boards it comes. Quaife can't control it. Scott gets it to Ryan Young. He can't control it. Scott has it again. Shoots it in on a delayed offside, and Nowicki goes back for it. He just shoots it around on the boards right to Quaife, and he's bodied by Fleury. And Kamloops dumps it to center as Bleakley gets it out. Kersey off the boards, and here comes Ryan Young. Over the line, looking for somebody to make a play to, and he's smacked. And Fritz in his own zone, and he's tripped as Ryan Young gets away with a wood chop. Becker on the other side to Hunter. Hunter in his own zone is shattered. Quaife can't get it out, gets a second chance and still can't get it out. 3 Cranbrook players on the boards, and they tie it up and get a whistle.
I'll tell you, I think Cranbrook got into a little bit of a problem there, although it didn't show. They tied the puck up in their own zone, but that line of Ryan Young and Kevin Quaife and Jeremy Pocha, I thought were on way too long there. Cranbrook, no harm done. They got a face off in their own zone.
Well, they get pressure, and then when the puck turns over, Rocky, they were tired. They couldn't get back fast enough. Anyway, here's Peterson in his own zone. Becker can't get it. Fiorentino in the corner, flips it off the boards. Goes behind the net to Matt Hunter. He shoots it around. It comes right to Bradley. A hard shot and a good save by Undrick. And that puck just gets shot wide. Becker off the boards. Chris Young can't get out. Gets a second chance. Does a good job to protect the puck. And Fiorentino gets it to center. And a good job by Chris Young on the boards to make the play so Cranbrook can get the puck out, Rocky. Becker off the boards. And Fritz has the puck, and he gets by Becker, going in, somebody going for the net, and Undrick grabs a hold of the puck.
Well, Cranbrook was a little lackadaisical play there in their own end, I thought, Terry. The pressure they had on at the start of the game was a direct result of their forechecking pressure. They seem to have backed off that a little bit. Now they're playing more in their own zone.
Nowicki shoots it wide. Stahl on the other side. Shoots the puck right in the slot. Baines puts it right back in Stahl's stick. They got the different color sweaters on, but they played catch for a minute. Kersey to Roddy Nelson. He shoots it in. Fluffy comes out, plays the puck. It comes back to the point. It Spence a high, hard shot. Kersey has it. He shoots it across the rink. Fleury has it, and he loses it. Stahl shoots it behind the net. Roddy Nelson in the corner with Dustin Kersey. And they can't beat the 2 Kamloops players as Kamloops comes up with the puck. It's Paget. Comes to center. Konecki checks him. Fleury shoots it in. The puck goes to the corner to Spence. And he just shoots it around on the boards, and it goes off the glass and out. And they wave icing off. Cranbrook's having a little difficulty putting the puck on their forward stick in their own zone, Rocky. Here comes Kamloops to center. On a good check by Jeff Scott. And Craig Stahl runs over his man. And Cranbrook shoots the puck down the ice again.
Yeah, Cranbrook does seem to have a problem, Terry. It looks like defense have been instructed that as soon as they get it, to fire that puck out along the boards as hard as they can. Now, that's not always a bad thing, as long as you can make that transition to that forechecking game and you're not icing the puck all the time, but they've iced it 2 or 3 times here the last minute or so.
Fritz, Gafer, and Ward. And Kamloops doesn't go with set lines, Rocky. They mix their players up. They've only got 9 forwards, but they all seem to play with different line mates a lot. Here's Bradley, and that's his 4th shot, and a good hard shot in at the post. Pocha against 2 Kamloops players, and he does a good job, and it's a 3-on-1 for Cranbrook. Ryan Young with the puck to Kersey. Over the line, he shoots, and a good save by Lafluffi on not a hard shot. The 3-on-1. Ryan Young in the corner, he can't get it out in front. A shot by Pocha, and that's wide. In the corner, Pocha just flips it to the other side. Quaife chases it, and he'll shoot it back. Again, Ryan Young behind the net, tries to come in front and can't. Another shot, and Lafluffi stops that one.
That's once again an indication of good forechecking pressure and good setup in there. Kevin Quaife stayed high. The puck came around the boards, and he's able to rotate over there, get it, keep the pressure on. I think, too, Terry, and you and I have both noticed so far, if Cranbrook keeps letting Bradley get that shot from the point, he's going to pile the points up. He can shoot the puck, and Randy Andrix had to make 2 really good saves off him, and if they keep throwing it out to him along that side, boy, he's going to end up with 3 or 4 before the
That's for sure.
day's over.
Got a good low shot, Rocky, you're right. Sean Pascoe's out for first shift for the Eagles. Becker dumps it to the top of the face-off circle. It comes back. Pascoe chips it to Fiorentino on a good shot and an off-balance shot. He got that puck away pretty good.
Good set of hands on Robbie Fiorentino. He took that puck off his skates right up to his stick and let a shot go, and Lafleuke had to be aware, especially with that rebound coming off the boards. He covered it up, face-off to his left now, deep in the Kamloops zone.
This is a fairly big line for Cranbrook too, Rocky. Fiorentino chips the puck to the corner. Fleury chases it. Pascoe can't get it. Fleury kicks the puck ahead, goes back to the point, and a low shot by Hunter is wide. Chris Young can't control the puck. Kamloops to center. And a good check by Becker on Petrie as he knocks him down. Fiorentino flips the puck right into Kamloops player's stick, comes in the slot, a shot by Petrie, scores! Rocky almost to carbon copy on the shots. A low shot by Petrie as he was set up in the slot, right along the ice on the stick side, and Andre didn't have a chance.
No, that's right. Now, once again, excellent play by Corey Becker, but no backup here, Terry. Took the man right to blue, actually took 2 guys. The Cranbrook player came in, had his head down, threw the puck around behind the net. I believe it was Petrie was standing right there, right onto his stick, out in front, no recovery, and it's a tie hockey game.
Padgett puts the puck right on Stahl's stick, and he can't get by Bradley. The puck goes into the... Here comes Kamloops. Roddy Nelson has the puck. He doesn't get good control in his own zone. Has it again. Off the boards, and Kersey will try to chase it down. He's chased by Peterson. The flip comes way out. Nelson shoots, and a good save by Bradley as he played catch there. A shot from the point by Spence doesn't get through. I think Petrie got the goal, Rocky. I didn't hear who got the assist. A.J. Baines, and he's flattened by Spence, and Roddy Nelson shoots it up over the glass.
Yeah, the goal was actually scored by Rob Petrie. I said he made the pass. He was the one that scored it. The assist went to Jeff Johnson and Derek Bleakley.
So 1-1. 7:06 left in the first period. On a cold day in Cranbrook. Fritz, Giefer, and Ward, and this has been a pretty good line for Kamloops. They've applied pretty good pressure. They're going to go against Young, Pocha, and Pascoe. Ryan Young to center. Over here to Pocha. He's not going to get anywhere against Peterson, and Young goes to the corner to pick the puck up, and Fritz stops him. Kamloops. Fritz to center. Kersey stops the puck. It goes in the Cranbrook zone. And Kamloops backs up. Pascoe on the right side, stick handles into the center. Over to the left side, stops. And the puck is taken away from him. Kersey shoots the puck onto Fritz's stick, and Ward can't pick the pass up. Bradley at center, and he's bodied by 2 Cranbrook players. Kersey comes up with it to the line and shoots it in, and Fliffy stops it. And Peterson picks the puck up in his own zone and just shoots it to center. Here's trouble for Cranbrook. And they were lucky they didn't get too many men there, Rocky. Scott behind his own net. A pass over here right under Peterson's stick, and he's bodied hard by Chris Young. Behind his own net is Kersey, Brad Kersey. And the puck goes right into Cranbrook slot, and that's 2 or 3 times, Rocky, that the Cranbrook forwards have to put the puck across the rink right in their own slot. A shot by Scott goes wide. Into the corner goes Gertz. He's hooked. He shoots it around to the other side. Chris Young has it. Centers it. And Gertz couldn't pick the pass up. And Cranbrook had a good chance there.
Yeah, actually, Cranbrook had a really good chance. A good hard shot by Jeff Scott. And Lafleuke was forced to make a toe save, and Kamloops players all skated by their puck. I believe it was Chris Young that got the pass out in front, and with the right winger coming across, just had to tried to take it off his skates, and couldn't quite make the shot on the net.
So Fiorentino, Gertz, and Chris Young for Cranbrook, with Becker and Matt Hunter on defense. Paget can't get out. Becker keeps it in and flips it high into the corner. Fleury chases it, and so does Gertz. Fleury wins that battle. The puck goes on the left side, and here comes Kamloops Paget, but he's not going to get by Becker. A good back checking by Chris Young, but here comes Baines, and he's pretty good at the puck. He's in. A good pass in front. They score! A good goal by Kenny Warner. And a good pass from A.J. Baines.
A really good play by Baines. Knocked that puck down at the blue line. A really good skater, and you're right, Terry. He's really good with that puck. He went in, looked Randy Ondrek in the eye, froze him, threw that puck over to his line mate. There's Kamloops a 2-1 lead here.
So Warner did a good job by going to the net, and Baines was going in, and he got deep enough where Ondrek had to play him, and Ondrek really didn't have a chance on the pass across. He made a good try at doing the splits, but the puck was in the net, and he didn't really have a chance on that goal. Good play by Baines.
Well, once again, Terry, one thing we've noticed, it seems in the offensive zone, Cranbrook has that support. They have a good rotation, but here, Corey Becker made a good play on Petrie, stood him up here at the blue line where he was supposed to. The winger coming back on that side just sort of cruised by, didn't look at anybody, had his back to the play, and when he turned around, Petrie was Baines was by him with the puck and threw it over to Warner. And
a high shot goes wide by Spence. Spence gets another chance, and that's high and wide. In the corner is Stahl. Stahl shoots it back deep. Kersey can't center it. Stahl's out with Kersey and Nelson. Kamloops comes up with the puck, but they just shoot it across, and Spence will shoot it back in. As Johnson is out there with Petrie and Bleakley now. As Fritz continues to juggle his forwards. Puck is shot to the corner. Nelson comes up with it. Back to the point to Spence. Another shot. Fluffy has an easy time with that one. It was low, and he had a clear line to the puck and an easy save.
Well, Terry, one thing we really notice, especially at this level in hockey, is how momentum swings so easily. Cranbrook, for the first 5 minutes, I don't think the puck come down in their zone 2 or 3 times. Kamloops was back on their heels, fighting just to stay in the game. A little bit of forechecking by that Kamloops team took the momentum away from Cranbrook, and Cranbrook finds himself down 2-1.
Kamloops has the puck again. Fleury. Kersey shoots it in. Nowicki goes back for it, gives it to Gayford, and Gayford puts the puck right on Kersey's stick. A shot from the point, it's low. Right in front of the net it comes, and Fritz comes to his own line and just dumps it to center to make sure. Kersey off the boards and in. Fleury. Pass over here to Gayford. Gayford on the other side goes to Ward, and he's tackled by Scott, and Scott gets away with a bit of a lasso job there. Rocky at centered, and Ryan Young will shoot it out. Fleury in his own zone. Nowicki, backhand pass. Chris Young has it for Cranbrook. He shoots it in. Fleury goes back for it. He's chased by Fiorentino. The puck is on the boards, and Ward tries to flip it, intended for Fritz, but it's too far. Becker loses it to Paget. Ondrek stops the puck for Hunter. Hunter has it off the boards. It comes in Chris Young to his own line. It's a 3-on-2. Young over the line on a slap shot and a toe save by Lafleur as he put the puck in the corner. Gertz can't get past Bradley, but Gertz gets the puck again, tries to center it to net, doesn't work. Peterson, Fiorentino, Gertz, and A.J. Baines in the corner behind the net. Fiorentino digs it out, centers it goes in, and that's going to go in off Bradley. But Fiorentino tried to center Brocky, and Bradley had it going off his leg. A tough goal for Kamloops.
Oh, that's right, Terry. And Bradley did basically what you're supposed to do. He come across the front of the net, got down low, had to stick along the ice to make sure that Robbie had to try and throw the puck up in the air to his teammate standing in the slot, and it looked like it hit him on the right knee and just followed the curve of his skate and surprised the Floofy, and Cranbrook got a lucky goal here, but they're back in the game.
2:32 left in the first period. It's 2-2 between Cranbrook and Kamloops. And Rocky, we've had 4 goals. And Konecki, good pass to Kersey, but he puts the puck right in the wiki stick. Gaffer, over the line, a good pass to Ward. He said, "I scores!" Nice play. Gaffer and Ward, and a good play, good passing play. And Kamloops quickly erases the tie game, and now Kamloops leads 3-2. A good play by Gaffer. He comes over the line, puts the puck right on Ward's stick, and Ward goes in against Matt Hunter. And a good shot high on Ondrick, and it's 3-2. 2:20 left in the first period. Ryan Young battles Fritz at center. Nowicki. Fritz shoots it in. Back goes Brant Kersey in the corner, puts it off the boards. Young can't get out, and Ondrick hangs onto the puck, and he'll get a face-off deep in the Cranbrook zone.
Yeah, Randy Ondrick didn't have much chance on that shot. Ward went high on the stick side, top shelf, just like they probably practiced 1,000 times, Terry.
Young against Fritz. Fritz wins it back to the point. Gaffer shoots it into the corner as Scott bodies Fritz. Brad Kersey fans on a Ward in front. A good shot by Fritz and a good save by Ondrick. And it goes wide. Cranbrook's panicking a little bit in their own zone. The shot goes in. Fritz, Gaffer, and Ward are causing Cranbrook all sorts of problems. On the boards is Quaife, and he's not going to get out. It comes back to the other side. Kersey can't get the puck away from Fritz. Fritz is still banging, comes to the slot, and Pocha, 1-on-3, and he'll shoot it down the ice and go and chase it. The Floofy leaves it for Fleury. Ryan Young behind the net. Pocha looking for somebody to pass the puck to. Good pass over here. And Gertz didn't shoot it. He tried to pass, and nothing happens there. Fleury shoots it in. Matt Hunter back, and he'll be chased by Fleury, a defenseman, and he rattles Hunter. Quaife can't get the puck as Kamloops is starting to put a lot of pressure on the Bantam Eagles. Petrie back to the point to Peterson, shoots it in. Young can't catch his man in time. Hunter has the puck, flips it off of Peterson to Fleury at his own blue line. Fleury, the pass off the stick of Bleakley, and it goes over the glass.
Well, Terry, Kamloops has come right back. A pretty exciting game here. Momentum swinging both ways. You would have thought after, I guess what we would call a bad goal, that Kamloops would be down. They come right back about 12 seconds later, scored it, and now they're going.
Spence and Matt Hunter on defense for Cranbrook. Chris Young, Fiorentino, and Craig Stahl. As it looks like Hunter's going to try to scramble his lines a little bit. Peterson off the boards, Padgett. A good pass to center to Baines. Baines looking for Warner. That's a familiar combination. And Matt Hunter bumps his man off the puck. Chris Young can't get it out. Peterson shoots it off of Fiorentino, and Stahl will chase Bradley, and Stahl bodies Bradley, and there's a good pass in front, and Padgett took too long to take a slap shot, and that was nowhere near the net. Chris Young at center, but it's a 1-on-3, and he can't get anywhere against Bradley, and it looks like you're going to have to skate a long ways to get around him. Fiorentino, Stahl, in the corner behind the net. Baines comes up with the puck, and Campbell centerman come right back and help out. Rocky is a whistle. Siren goes to end the first period. Kamloops Dolson Raiders 3, Cranbrook Bantam Eagles 2, in an exciting first period. Lots of up and down action, or back and forth, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, some excellent action, Terry. I thought Cranbrook probably dominated the first 6 or 7 minutes of the hockey game. Good forechecking, defenseman standing up at the blue line, keeping that puck in. Kamloops back a little bit on their heels. Then Kamloops came back. They dominated for the next 6 or 7 minutes till about the 15-minute mark. And then I thought it was both ways. It was just fire wagon hockey, up and down the ice. Yeah. No defense. Everybody looking to score goals. And I guess that's what this tournament is all about. Everybody getting a chance to shine. Kamloops certainly knows what it's like to play here, with most of those kids being here last year. Kamloops has got quite a few vocal fans over there, so they've got a lot of support, and of course Cranbrook being the home team has lots of support here. But I thought a very entertaining period of hockey. Kamloops well deserving, I thought, of a 3-2 lead.
Well, it looks to me, Rocky, like when Kamloops gets in deep, they make some good passes, and got 1 or 2 passes to the open man deep in the Cranbrook zone, where Cranbrook's had the same kind of chances but haven't been able to quite put the puck in a guy's stick, and that's been a little bit of the difference. Warner got a good goal on a pass from Baines, and Ward got a good goal on a pass from Giefer. And 2 good plays deep in the Cranbrook zone, and 1, 10-12-foot pass, and the puck is in the net, and the Cranbrook hasn't been able to convert those passes.
Well, I also think, Terry, we picked it up right away. 3 or 4 times the puck comes around the boards to the Cranbrook forward, and they threw it out into the middle of the ice, and that'll always get you in trouble. Your goaltender has relaxed. He sees that you've got the puck, and they must have dug that up from the Hockey Hall of Fame, that Zamboni.
What, the Zamboni or the driver?
Well, both. I think they come as a package.
Rocky, we're going to let you talk to the tournament organizer, John Scott. We'll give you 5 minutes or so with him. And I know he's just frothing at the bit to get in here and tell you all about this tournament and what happened this year and how it was put together.
All right. Thanks, Terry. We'll let you get out of the way. Ask John to step up front here. Well, welcome, John. I see here you're the tournament organizer. You're doing the announcing for the goals. You're probably down here early 7 o'clock at the Coffee On. Is that right?
Well, not quite 7, but we were here at a good hour this morning. Rocky, the tournament was just about a bust. About 3 days ago, we had a team from Tabor drop out. And Kamloops, when they heard of that, they decided that they might drop out. And I got to thank my wife and Dick Konecki for putting it back together. I had to go to work, and they did a lot of phoning. And Doug Young, the man, assistant coach on the Cranbrook team, he phoned Mickey Fritz, and they got it back together. We rearranged the schedule so that they could fit it into their budget a little bit better. We knocked it down to a 3-day tournament. So we're really happy that it came about.
Well, it is a testament, John, to people like yourself and your wife and all the parents in the Bantam Eagles that this tournament comes off every year. Of course, it's different parents every year. And we understand part of the problems, obviously, is the weather. The roads are poor all across the province, but it's really nice to see a top flight team like Kamloops show up here, and teams like that sort of make the tournament. Now, I guess earlier on in the year, you guys started out trying to get a half a dozen or 8 teams. Is that correct?
Yeah, one time we had an 8-team tournament going here, and the larger centers seemed to draw the higher caliber teams, and we had a team from Edmonton coming. They dropped out, went to Lethbridge. Tabor dropped out, went to Lethbridge. We had a team from Prince George that said they were coming. They ended up going to the Okanagan. So this tournament is getting tougher and tougher every year to put on at this time of the year. The committee's sort of considering maybe trying to change the dates so that we can have a real top-notch tournament like it used to be a few years ago when we used to get 10 to 15 teams here.
Well, certainly I think what hurt us, and we're not going to cry about that, but hurt the Cranbrook area was the Kelowna area, the Okanagan being awarded a tournament at Christmas time, and maybe it is time that we looked at different dates for this tournament. But we did notice here this year a little difference in the caliber, obviously, but people like yourself and the assistant coach Doug Young and coach Roddy Hunter and John Young and all the people involved, I know, work really hard trying to bring the best teams in that we can. To date, now Cranbrook in the final game, I guess this is 3 or 4 years in a row that they've made it. You saw the Kamloops team play earlier. What do you think the chances are here, Cranbrook's chances in this game?
I think they're pretty evenly matched teams. Cranbrook looks a little scrambly in the first period, but I think they'll come back. I think we'll see a real close game right to the end of the game. The other 2 teams we had in the tournament, they're maybe not quite as sharp as Cranbrook and Kamloops, but I think you'll see a real good game at noon between Beaver Valley and Kimberley as well.
Certainly, they appear to be evenly matched. I guess now Cranbrook is looking towards the provincials. This is obviously every year they like to use this as a tune-up towards the provincials. Do you have any idea what the schedule is farther on the line? I see Roddy Hunter just coming in.
I think we'll let Rod handle the provincial scene here.
Well, I'd just like to thank you, John, for coming
Rocky.
in.
I'd like to mention a couple of our sponsors, the Eagles, Cranbrook Kinsman Club, and Coca-Cola Bottling. Without their help, it would have been a lot tougher putting this tournament on. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, John. I'd like to welcome Rod Hunter, coach of the Bantam Eagles here. Well, Roddy, a heck of a first period. Sort of the ups and downs of coaching. You took a 1-0 lead. You had the pressure on them for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, then found yourself behind, tied it up, and behind going into the second period, now 3-2. What'd you say to the boys? A couple quick words?
Yeah, I think we were a little bit undisciplined there coming in their end of the rink. We get caught a couple times with 3 people deep and got burnt, and we got a defenseman playing the puck on one goal, Rocky. So stuff that we've been doing that we weren't doing today, and they're a good team, and they're skating much better than they did when we played them the first game here on Sunday.
Right. Seems the two teams are pretty evenly matched, Roddy, size-wise and talent-wise. Although you seem to have a bit longer bench. Now that's sometimes a blessing, sometimes a curse. We have noticed you're trying to get everybody in and use all the legs that you've got on the bench. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right, Rocky. We got 10 forwards, 6 deep men, and we've been going with everybody all tournament. And we noticed on their bench they're using number 19 Bradley. He's double shifting against Young's line and against Stahl out there all the time. So we've got this far with using everybody. So we don't see any reason to sit anybody yet, and they're a little bit nervous, I think.
Well, I think too. Yeah, you get to the final in your own tournament, and everybody seems to want to score a goal and pat each other in the back. But that first period, hopefully, took the nervousness out of them, and they'll settle down and play. We know the way we know that they can. What do you anticipate in the second period? We see that Bradley's got a rocket of a shot from the point, and are you going to have somebody sticking with him as much as possible?
Well, that was the game plan. We didn't want to let him get away, but he got 4 shots that period, and all good ones. So, I think it is a little bit of nerves and, a couple breakouts there. We rung it around the wall, and it got by the right winger. So, stuff we try and work on. But it's just seemed to be a little bit of cement hands there. But, we got to control that guy, or he'll score on us sooner or later.
Well, certainly he's one of the bigger guys on the ice. Although this year he doesn't seem to be as big as he was last year. I don't know if he shrunk or the other kids grew. Obviously, you want to win this tournament. You don't want to look too far ahead. But what are your plans heading towards the provincials, Roddy?
Well, we want to make sure that, that's why we play everybody now, that when we get to provincials, it looks like there will be 7 teams there, and it'll be a round robin, and we'll end up playing 6 games. We'll play every team once. So, we want to make sure we get enough guys that are ready to play at that time, and it'll be pretty tough to go in there, only have 2 lines and 4 defensemen ready to play. So that's why we want to try and get everybody ready to play. And so far, all the kids have been playing really well. We really can't sort out anybody that's been head and shoulders above anybody or other lines, and our third line has been playing great this tournament, getting lots of points and stuff, so it's been good.
All right, I'd like to thank you for coming up, Roddy. I see that Barney's dragged his Zamboni off the ice. You probably want to go give the word to the kids. Thanks for coming up, and continued success and heading towards the provincials.
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming out.
Well, we're back for the start of the second period. Rocky, John Scott and Rod Hunter up to tell you what's happening with the tournament and with the Bantam Eagles. And Hunter seems pretty optimistic about his chances this year in the BC Provincials, and I think that he's got every reason to be optimistic. It's a pretty good hockey team. They got some good talent. They got some size. They got good goaltending, and they've got a realistic chance of winning this year.
Well, I think two things bode well for them, Terry. One, their size. Obviously, the old axiom, you can't teach speed or size. They've got a little bit of both. And I think the second year for a lot of these kids playing together. They went through sort of a rough year last year, and, they took their lumps. And I think that really speaks well of these kids. We watched them a couple times last year, and they were overmatched in a lot of cases. But they took their lumps, and they've come back well this year, and they're playing really well. I reckon, I believe, 18-7 so far this year. Playing against some of the better competition. They've done well in the tournaments they've entered. So I think Roddy's got him on the not only Roddy, Doug Young, and who's that guy we play with? John Young. Have got him on the right track this year.
Don't forget John. He's going to start crying if we don't mention his name. He comes out in the morning and helps him out practice once in a while. And he's been a pretty good asset to them, I think.
I think all the, this coming up through the minor hockey system, Terry. It's all the parents have to help to make this a success.
That's right.
And a credit to all the Beaver Valley, Kimberley, and Kamloops parents too to get their kids here. It's a little disappointing to see teams like Tabor and Edmonton drop out, although we can certainly understand why. But we'd like to see more teams here. Entertaining brand of hockey for the fans, and also everybody finds their own niche. We were watching the Max Midget tournament last night in Calgary. I guess they've got a Finnish team there, head and shoulders better than anybody else, and that always seems to happen.
Yeah,
you try and get the teams as best you can, and it's a credit to the parents that they've got at least have got these teams here and give all these kids, not only the kids from Cranbrook, but the kids from Kamloops and Kimberley and Beaver Valley, an opportunity to play over the Christmas holidays. It's always something you look forward to when you're that age.
I was impressed with Beaver Valley, Rocky. It's been a long time since, if they've really had a half-decent hockey team, and they seem to be getting a little better every year. Their population out there is probably increasing a little bit, which helps. They've got a decent rink, and their team wasn't all that bad. They had some pretty good players on that team, and although they didn't fare well on the scoreboard, they're still their program is on the way up as well.
Well, just quickly going over the scoring, Terry Cranbrook opened the scoring in the first period, 3:09. Kamloops tied it up at 12-12. They went ahead at 15-20 in the first on a goal by Kenny Warner. Cranbrook tied it up with a goal from behind the net by Robbie Fiorentino, and then on a really nice play, Matt Ward gave Kamloops a lead at 17:40 that first period.
So Fiorentino's got 2 goals for Cranbrook. The puck goes around it to Quaife. Deep in the Kamloops zone, Fleury. Ryan Young ties him up against the boards behind the net. Fritz comes in to help, and Fleury ends up with the puck. And good plays by cooperation by Kamloops. Right in front of Young, and he shoots it, but it hit the side of the net. Gafer can't get out. Shot in by Scott. Or Kersey. Kersey again, and Fritz checks him, and Pocha checks Fritz. And the puck comes to center, and here's Scott. Off the stick of Ward. Quaife can't come up with it, and Fritz and Fleury are going to come down in a 2-on-1, and Fritz takes a shot from a bad angle, and it's going to go the blue line. It doesn't get out. Fritz again, deep, centers it, right in front, and a shot by Paget. Fleury on the other side, it comes, Nowicki shoots it in, and Ondrik hangs on to it. A little bit of action, Rocky, nothing really serious.
No, but really good puck movement by Kamloops in that offensive zone. That puck wasn't on anybody's stick for too long. Threw it all the way across. Fleury threw it across to his defense partner, Nowicki, and they got the shot right on net.
Well, Fiorentino's got 2 goals, and it looked like 2 John Scott putts. It just looked like they it had eyes. Right along the ice and right for the corner. The puck comes back to the point, and Bradley gets about his 6th shot, and it's off of Ondrik and goes over the net. And he can shoot the puck high or low. He's got a great shot. And there's a little flip one just to show that he can do that too. Behind his own net, Hunter loses it. Fiorentino bodies his man. It comes behind the net, and Baines can't come up with it. Scramble in the corner. Kamloops. A good play, good work by Paget. Another chance. They score. Warner and Cranbrook just gave the puck away and let Kamloops walk around deep in their own zone around Ondrick. And Ondrick really didn't have much of a chance. He stood his ground as long as he could, and Kamloops had 3 or 4 chances. Not great shots, but they were deep enough. And you can see the action there as Ondrick is finally down and Warner puts it up over top of him. So, at 18:35 of the second period, sorry, at the minute 25 of the second period, we're ahead of ourselves here, Rocky. Kamloops takes a 4-2 lead. Petrie is bodied by Konecki as the puck goes into Spence behind his own net, and they chips it to center. Fleury shoots it back to the blue line. It's dumped in by Johnson. The puck comes back out. Stahl checks Fleury, and the puck goes down to LaFluffy and Nowicki. Shoots it off the boards. It doesn't go out. Young, Kersey, Stahl can't get the pass from Kersey, and it comes out, and Spence shoots it back in. Cranbrook defensemen, Rocky, look like they have a tendency to just get the puck and shoot it. And rather than, they don't want to get in trouble, but they don't make a lot of good passes either. Kersey to Stahl. Another chance by Kersey. He scores! Good play by Destin Kersey going to the net. Made a pass to Stahl. He took the shot. Went off the goaltender. LaFluffy came back out in front of Kersey. Was right there with a stick on the ice. And shot the puck in off of Fluffy, and it's 4-3. We'll have another look at that. Konecki, Kersey, and Stahl. The first pass doesn't succeed. There's a shot, and Kersey's right there to pick up the rebound and put it in. Good play by Dustin Kersey.
Really good play, Terry, and benefit of being on your off wing there. You had the whole net to shoot at.
Brant Kersey is stripped by Gayfer, and we've seen that a lot. Gayfer and Ward, and here's a deadly combination. And Ward just couldn't quite get to the puck, and he's got pretty good wheels. To center, Stahl shoots it in. LaFluffy lets it go. Peterson, Stahl scares him away from the puck. The puck is loose. Kersey against Fritz, and the puck comes to Ward at center. Ward shoots it in. Ondrick just steers it to the corner where Brent Kersey will go for it, and he shoots it around behind his own net. Riley Nelson has the puck, and he fans on it. The Cranbrook's really guilty of giving the puck away in their own zone. Rocky, Riley Nelson on the other side, and he's bodied. Bradley can't keep it in. A pass from Stahl to Kersey, and Peterson takes the puck away from him. Kersey, 2 whacks at it. It comes to Ward. Riley Nelson fakes something. It comes to Kersey over the line against Peterson, and the Kamloops defense will just stand right up there and take the puck away. Fritz shoots the puck off of Brant Kersey. Stahl bodies Ryan Young, and they're on the same team. They both got white sweaters on.
2 good checks there by Craig Stahl, but I think they're both on his own players there, Terry. Coming full speed across and trying to make a quick line change. Rod Hunter, coach, trying to get a quick line change. A little confusion out there for the Cranbrook kids.
So Ryan Young, Quaife, and Pocha for Cranbrook. Fleury, good pass. Comes A.J. Baines, can't get it. Ryan Young shoots it wide. Bouncing puck, Pocha can't pick it up. Quaife can't pick it up. And here comes Paget, and he's got quick feet. But that doesn't matter because the puck didn't go. He was still going, but the puck went the other way.
Excellent poke check by Dallas Spence. Just tell you, ask those kids to play it one-on-one. Stood up, got that stick out in front of him, give him a little poke check at the blue line, and I believe number 14, Paget, carried it in over the line for the offside.
So Baines out there, and a shot goes wide by Fleury. Baines is with Warner and Paget. Pocha, Spence, good pass to Quaife, and he can't pick the puck up. Fleury in his own zone. Off of Quaife, comes to Baines, and Baines will backhand it to center where Pocha picks it up. Over the line. He's a strong skater. Into the corner he goes, and he's hit hard by Fleury. Ryan Young, Pocha, Young, good strength, but he's checked by Fleury. Pocha again in the corner. He's showing having a good shift, Rocky. Quaife just kind of smacks at it. comes to the point and out by Warner. Spence will shoot it back in. Fleury flips it, and Paget shoots it down the ice, and that's icing. We've seen a lot of icings today.
Well, I think Kamloops, you see a little bit out of them with a little bit shorter bench, Terry, but excellent shift by Jeremy Poche, number 27. Worked hard in the corners, took that puck in deep, strong on the puck, and he is a good skater, strong on his skates, and give Cranbrook a couple opportunities there.
Well, there's 4:42 gone in the second period, Rocky. We're going to put the curse on right here because there hasn't been a penalty yet in the hockey game. So we've got a period in 4 minutes, 5 minutes now without a penalty. Chris Young, deep, shoots it into the corner behind the net. Fiorentino chases it, bodied. And Chris Young got his elbow up a little bit. Kamloops comes to center. Gafer dumps it in. Gafer, Fritz, and Ward. Gafer goes to the net, and he's taken out of the play, and that's a good play. It looks like Jeff Scott made a good play taking Gafer away from the puck. The puck was lying by Ondrik.
That's right. Excellent job by both teams to stay away from the penalties too, Terry. And a good job by the referee to let him play hockey.
Yeah, there really haven't been anything worthy of a penalty, and that's a credit to both teams. And Macaulay hasn't spoiled it by calling one. It's a good thing that we don't have a Swedish referee today. Puck is down the ice. Lafluffi hangs on to it in the big face-off deep in the Kamloops zone. And we haven't seen Rocky, either goaltender, play the puck at all with a stick and shoot the puck up like you see at the higher levels.
Well, good and bad things happen, Terry. Most goaltenders don't like to practice that, and if they don't practice it, then you don't want to see them use it in the game. And if John McCauley starts calling penalties, I think referee Osmond will be a little upset about that.
Kersey is out there with Stahl and Riley Nelson for Cranbrook, Hunter, and Brant Kersey. So Dustin and Brant on the ice at the same time. Kamloops, however, wins the draw. Petrie comes to center and shoots it in. Brant Kersey back. He's bodied. A good check by Bleakley. Behind his own net, Hunter just flips it around to Riley Nelson, and he backhands the puck to Kersey. Kersey shoots the puck on the other side, intended for Stahl, and he can't get anywhere against Bradley. Kersey, the puck is chipped away, comes to Bradley. Peterson, good puck movement by Kamloops as they dump it in. Matt Hunter loses control. Riley Nelson in the corner. Hunter chases, and again Nelson whacks at the puck. Petrie, however, does a good job of getting away from Hunter in the corner, and Riley Nelson comes up with it. Nelson to Stahl. Bradley shoots the puck off the boards. Johnson has it, and he dumps it in. Bradley and Stahl, and there's a little bit of an exchange between those two, and maybe we're going to get it. Peterson shoots a puck off of Eric Osmond. Stahl on his wrong wing, Paget. And they're going to play bees around the honey a little bit here. The puck gets shot in by Kamloops. Peterson, Brent Kersey has it. And he takes his time and is checked, and Stahl just slaps it back to Bradley. To the other side to Peterson. He had to hurry it. Paget shoots it to the corner. Brent Kersey will slap it to Pocha. He can't get out. Peterson, as Cranbrook is really sloppy in the zone, and he shot that puck into the Moye River. Bradley shoots it wide. Scott, ahead to Pocha. Over the line, looking for somebody to pass to, and he puts the puck onto Peterson's stick, and Scott is deep. Pocha digging for it. Good work in there by Scott, but Kamloops comes up with the puck. Warner, as Paget comes out, and he's against Spence, but can't get anywhere. Pocha one-hands it to Warner. Cranbrook, Ryan Young with Jeff Scott. It's a 3-on-2 over the line, and Young is checked on a good play by Fleury. And Rocky, he's a good-looking defenseman at Fleury. Good, solid defenseman. Warner shoots it. Comes over the line. Peterson, as the Kamloops defensemen start to rush, and they're caught. Ryan Young to the blue line. It's a 3-on-2. A pass intended for Pocha. Young, it's still a 3-on-2. And Cranbrook has the puck in the corner, comes back to Spence at the point. He shoots it, and a good save by Lafluffi on the blockers. He directs it high and wide. Good body work. It's flipped in. Sean Pascoe made a good play at the point. And the puck is flipped in at the goaltender Lafluffi. And Cranbrook had a little bit of excitement there in the Kamloops end?
These teams are both showing, I think, their age, Terry. In the offensive zone, they all work hard trying to get that shot, and they let off a little defensively. Cranbrook in trouble on their own end, being lax defensively. Kamloops guilty of the same problem.
Yeah, Cranbrook hit a 3-2 for about 30 seconds there, Rocky, and they didn't really capitalize on it. There's a shot by Konecki that hit a couple of guys, and Gafer will shoot the puck off the boards. Ward will chase Konecki. The puck is deep in the Cranbrook zone. Konecki has it again. He's bodied by Ward, and good play to Fritz. And Fritz was just a little too deep. He kicks the puck. It comes to Gertz, and he passes it to Chris Young to center. Slap shot on a bouncing puck. Laflufy goes down to stop, and a Konecki going for the net. Can't get the loose puck.
Well, good play by Kamloops forwards there. I think it was number 11, Matt Ward, went in, took the body, and Fritz ended up with the puck. As you said, though, he's a little too deep to get a shot away. But Cranbrook defense seemed to take too much time, Terry, when they get that puck. Instead of getting their head up and making that first quick pass, they seem to anticipate that their forwards are holding the Kamloops forwards off, and that's not the case.
Off the boards, Padgett shoots it down the ice. Well, Kamloops has a long history here, Rocky. They've been here for years, and this is the 21st annual tournament for the Bantam Eagles. It's had its ups and downs over the years. We've had some good tournaments and some not so good ones, and it seems to go in cycles. We've had as many as 12 teams here and as few as 4. We've had 4 on a few occasions. We've got 4 this year. But still 2 pretty good teams in Kamloops and Cranbrook. Kersey, Dustin Kersey. Shoots a puck to Nowicki. Behind the Kamloops net it comes. Chipped by Warner. He can't get out. Right in front. Ronnie Nelson shoots it. Gets another chance, but Baines takes a puck away from it. Dustin Kersey has difficulty. Good pass to Nelson. He can't get the puck. He does to Kersey. Shot, and it's wide. Nowicki shoots a puck off the boards to himself, and it comes in the slot, and he is nailed by Brant Kersey. Good check by Brant Kersey on Padgett. And there's another hit by Fleury on Craig Stahl. And Fleury likes to play the body a bit. Riley Nelson in his own zone can't get out against Nowicki. Rocky, things are getting a little chippy here. We're going to see a penalty pretty soon. Off the boards it goes, and Stahl deep in his own zone, and it's offside. Stahl's going to go back at Warner, but that amounts to nothing.
No, I think one thing, too, both teams got to keep their heads. There is a lot of hard hits there. I think
Kersey, a good check on Warner.
Oh, you just stood him up the blue line, and what do you like to see in a check? Nobody was hurt, but it made the fans get off their hands.
Fritz, Ward, Gafer. Bradley has the puck. Fritz to center. Gets away from Ryan Young to the line. He's bodied by Becker, but that doesn't amount to anything. Behind his own net is Matt Hunter. Quaife is turned around and doesn't pick the pass up. On one hand by Pocha. The puck goes to Bradley. Bradley to center, and he shoots it in. Becker behind his own net. He has difficulty. The puck goes in the boards to Pocha, to Ryan Young. He's checked by Bradley. The puck comes to Quaife. It's a 2-on-1. Over the line is Quaife, and the pass is behind Becker. Ryan Young in front, and Quaife couldn't get his stick loose. Good play. Deep in the Kamloops zone by Ward. Now here we go. Fritz, Ward, and Bradley.
Well, there's one thing you never like to see at any level of hockey, and although Ryan Young did slow up, he gave Bradley a bump from behind, Terry. Always a very dangerous play, especially when you're that 2 or 3 feet from the boards. So, but to Ryan Young's credit, he probably could have really run him, but he pulled up right at the last second and gave him a little bump. And of course, these kids have been taught all along they're not expecting that.
That's right.
And Bradley did tip a little bit into the boards, but no damage done.
Fleury off the boards, Konecki. Baines can't get out. Konecki has again, shoots it in deep to Quaife. Comes to Fiorentino. That was Gertz, sorry. Bradley. Fleury. Gertz. Baines. Nowicki. And here's Fleury, as Kamloops finally gets good control and settles the play down a bit. Comes ahead to Beans, and he shoots it in. Paget will chase it. Ondrick shoots it around on the boards. It comes to Gertz. Fleury makes a good play against Fiorentino and Warner. And that was close to being offside. He can't get by Spence, and Spence made a good play. Warner in the corner. Spence takes him out, and Gertz has it. To Fiorentino. He lets it go, and a shot goes wide by Fleury. Kamloops defenseman had a lot of shots, Rocky. Konecki in the corner, shoots it. Nowicki stops it. Chris Young bodies him. Fiorentino dumps it out. Fritz shoots it off of Chris Young. Fleury, as Chris Young chases him, Warner shoots it, and that was close to being icing, but it gets out down the ice, and Spence has it. Spence again, behind his own net. A pass on the left side to Nelson, and he has it go over his stick. It's shot in, and it's an offside. A little scramble here, Rocky.
Well, I think the reason we're getting a little scramble is they're starting to play the body more, Terry, and the kids are starting to get their heads up and not worry about the puck now, and generally you'll see that, especially at this age level. Nobody wants to get hit or made to look bad, and now they're not worried about the puck, so they're flicking it and getting their hands up really quickly.
Chris Young had about 6 hits on that one shift. Scott. He was a factor in the first period with the puck and made some good rushes. He's been a little quieter in this period. Rocky, with 8:03 left in the second period. It's 4-3 for Kamloops over Cranbrook. In the final game of the Cranbrook Eagles 21st Annual Christmas Tournament. Scott looks for somebody to pass to on Stahl's stick. He just dumps it in. Kersey will chase it. Fluffy has it, shoots it to the corner. Nelson can't control it. Kersey puts it in front. There's nobody there. Brant Kersey shoots it. Kamloops, Petrie, Johnson to center against Scott, and he takes him out of the play. Brad Kersey behind his own net. The puck goes to Nelson, and he puts the puck in the slot. And a bad pass. Right, a shot high in the midsection of Ondrick. And Cranbrook, Rocky, has a tendency, it looks like, to bring the puck up the middle of the rink in their own zone, and we're running into all sorts of trouble in that area.
Well, especially with that cross-ice pass, Terry, something that, if it works, looks really nice. You get that breakaway on it, but it hasn't worked for Cranbrook, and you would hope that they would make that adjustment to make that short pass quickly and get it out of their own zone. And they are giving the Kamloops team too many chances.
Cranbrook, Pasco flips the puck high over the glass. Pasco, Ryan Young, and Poach, and there's good size on this line.
Also here, too, I don't think Coach Rod Hunter's going to have to say too much. I probably think that Randy Ondrick's going to come out and say, listen, I don't care who you let shoot, don't let that Bradley fire that thing.
7:24 left in the second period. 4-3 for Kamloops. In the corner as Ryan Young wins a draw. Hunter fans twice on it, gets it again. And now, a high stick of some sort. Is it a penalty or?
Yeah, I think a penalty to Ryan Young.
Well, that took a long time.
Yeah. He left his
12 minutes and 48 seconds into the second period, Rocky. We finally get a penalty. It's Ryan Young.
Ryan let his temper get the better of him there, Terry. Fritz, all he did was tie him up off the face-off, and Ryan gave him a shot, and Eric Osmond let him go with the first one, and then he got the stick up a little higher, and he had to call it.
In the corner, Hunter falls down. Kamloops, Fritz fans on it, comes back to him. Fritz, Gafer, and Ward. Ward in the corner. Bradley on the point, Fritz in the slot, and Pocha comes up with a puck and shoots it down the ice, and Bradley will chase it. On his tail is Pasco. The Fluffy shoots it out. Fritz has the puck. As Kamloops is on a power play, Ward can't put the pass up. It goes to Ondrick. Shot around on the boards by Spence. It doesn't quite get out, and Fleury keeps it in. Ward chases it. Beans chases it. And it comes back to Fleury as Pocha watches him. The pass goes off of Poach's skate. Beans with Fritz and Ward now. Bradley over the line. He's hacked by Hunter. Spence comes up with the puck, and he'll shoot it off the boards. down the ice. And we haven't had a power play all game, and it looks like Kamloops is forgotten. Nowicki at his own line. A pass to Fritz over the blue line and shoots it into the corners. The game has really slowed down, Rocky.
Kamloops maybe should have declined the penalty, Terry.
Nowicki. A hard pass to Baines in his own zone. As Kamloops, Warner comes to center. He has a goal already. He stops, is bodied, and the puck is frozen along the boards by Cranbrook, and there'll be another face-off with 21 seconds left in the second, or in the penalty, 5:39 left in the second period.
An excellent play there by Chris Young, Terry. Was a 2-on-2. Chris got back to take that pass away and turned it into a 1-on-2. Kamloops players and the Cranbrook defenseman stood him up the blue line, took him out of the play. So it's that stuff behind the play that you don't see all the time that makes a difference in this penalty killing.
Fleury. As there's 4 Cranbrook players lined up the blue line, Scott grabs him a little bit. There's a battle. The puck goes to the corner. Scott falls on it. Fleury's still trying to get it. He does come up with it. Can't get by Brad Kersey, and Kersey stopped it twice. The puck is in Stahl's skates. The Eagles are at even strength. Chris Young shoots it to the line. Nowicki has it. He's chased by Ryan Young. Warner. He's bodied twice by Jeff Scott. Stahl comes up with the puck. There's a Magic Johnson move and gets away with it. And Fleury loses it after his second deke, and the puck can't go anywhere, it seems. The play is all in the mid-ice area right now. Brad Kersey behind his own zone as Kamloops changes. Kersey falls down the blue line, the infamous blue line, and Ryan Young just chips it in, and Pocha will chase it. Bradley, flip pass over here to Gaffer, and it gets out. Backhanded in by Matt Hunter. Bradley to his own blue line. Stick handles away from Ryan Young and makes a pass to Gaffer, and he shoots it in. And Gaffer will beat Becker to the puck. Becker gets a stick on him and just throws it against the boards. Fritz gives it away. Becker puts the puck on Bradley's stick, and it's shot in, and Corey Becker has it again. Has trouble keeping control, makes a pass to Pocha, and he just chips it down, and Ryan Young will chase it against Peterson. And Ryan Young goes in against LaFleury. LaFleury wants to take a little shot at him. And that was a little unnecessary roughness on the part of Ryan Young. A little frustration maybe too, Rocky.
That's right, Terry. It was unnecessary, and I think referee Osmond did the right thing. He didn't call any penalties there. LaFleury took a punch at Ryan Young. Nothing resulted out of it, but there was no call for that. He drove to the net, and he could have missed him. But
he kind of lost the puck and then kept going. And
I think a little frustration. You're correct.
Dustin Kersey on the draw against Fritz. Stahl takes his man down. Peterson with the puck in his own zone and makes a pass out over the line. Spence has it go down the ice. There's no icing. Spence back for it, and the net goes off. There'd be a face-off.
Well, play a little bit scrambly at this point in the game, Terry. Cranbrook trying to get the momentum back. Kamloops trying to deny it. Kamloops doing a good job, but I think Cranbrook's got the right game plan here, Terry. They're starting to take the body a little bit more, and that's going to wear the Kamloops team down eventually.
Well, the Kamloops players, Rock, are getting a little bit more time and taking a little bit more time to handle the puck and make a pass. But the Cranbrook players are a little tendency to get rid of the puck a little too early and just slap it around. And so Kamloops has a little better opportunities and a little better teamwork offensively than Cranbrook. Spence wires it off the glass. Ward deep with Gaffer. Gaffer picks a puck up, and he goes behind the net and still controls it, but is taken away by Dustin Kersey to Craig Stahl. Stahl comes out to Riley Nelson in his skates, and he'll have to shoot it in and chase it. There's a mismatch. Riley Nelson goes between the legs of Bradley almost, and the puck goes right into Fritz's stick, and he keeps control of it. And a good play to get it down, and Ondrik makes a fair catch. The puck goes past Stahl as Bradley shoots it in. Petrie gets by Spence. Ondrik has to play it once and then twice. Goes to the corner, and Riley Nelson has it there. And there's another pass into the middle of the rink to a forward. And they almost cost him again, Rocky. Deep, and it's icing.
Well, we've seen that a number of times from the Cranbrook defenseman. And not only the defenseman, Terry, I think the whole team, they like that cross-ice pass in the middle of the ice. And I know if I was Randy Ondrik, I'd be going out there and say, you stop this next one from Bradley.
2:37 left in the second period. 4-3 for Kamloops. They're doing a good job here, Rocky. They're a first-year team, entirely with the exception of Laflufy, the goaltender. Everybody else is a first-year player. As Kamloops has a little different system than everybody else in the province. They have a minor-major system, and it works pretty good for them because they got a lot of population, and they work well together. Here's Fleury, and he can shoot, and Ondrik makes a good stand-up save there. Goes to the corner. As Scott is bumped off the puck. Gertz can't get anywhere. Chris Young in front of the net. Comes up with a puck. To center, and he'll shoot it in and chase it. Laflufy shoots it back around the corner, and 3 forwards are cut deep for Cranbrook. But Kamloops can't get out fast enough, and Cranbrook causes problems. Fiorentino with Gertz. A pass to Gertz, and he just shot it back to Chris Young, and he'll try to center it. And there's nobody there, and it comes out over the line, and Hunter just shoots it back in. Laflufy leaves it for Fleury. 1:57 seconds left in the second period. Paget. A.J. Baines can't get anywhere against Kersey. Hunter loses the puck in his skates, and Robbie Fiorentino comes back and without looking shoots it to Fleury, and he shoots it back in. Corey Becker behind his own net. Off the boards it comes. Chris Young can't get out. Paget in the corner. Becker bodies him and comes up the puck. Young has it and puts the puck to the blue line, and it gets out. Nowicki shoots it back in. Chris Young again. Over on this side to Gertz. He gets the center, and he'll take a slap shot. It goes wide, and Laflufy deflects it off the stick into the crowd, and that looked like an American League pitcher trying to make a bunt.
Well, we've been mentioning Bradley quite a bit, but I've been quite impressed with young Fleury from the Kamloops team.
Sure.
Really skates well, plays the body well, and he can shoot the puck too. He doesn't have the weight that Bradley's packing, but he still shoots the puck.
A hard shot by Hunter goes wide. Quaife into the corner. It's centered, and Gaffer comes up with the puck. Spence shoots it deep. Ryan Young centers it. A shot and a good save. Here's Quaife, and he shoots it. A good save by Laflufy. And that's Cranbrook's best shot for a long time. Pocha bodies his man, and here comes Kamloops Ward as the pass is behind him. Quaife is going to get nailed by Gaffer, and the puck comes to Bradley at his own blue line. Gets away from Ryan Young, beats another Cranbrook player. Stahl over the line, just knocks Matt Hunter over, and his stick. The puck comes around to Pocha to center. There's a better pass. Rocky, Ryan Young to Stahl over the line, and he can't get in. And a good play by Peterson, and there's a whistle, and another guy goes flying as Young bodied Ward, and I think there's going to be a penalty here to Kamloops for holding. A holding, and now there's a roughing penalty. So there was a Kamloops penalty first, Rocky, and now there's a roughing penalty. I didn't see who got the rough. It looks like Craig Stahl. So Stahl gets a roughing penalty after Peterson had taken a holding penalty. And Cranbrook had their opportunity for a power play and lost it all in one whistle. So 23 seconds left in the second period. Craig Stahl goes to the box along with Wes Peterson. 4-3 Kamloops as the face-off is deep in the Cranbrook zone. 23 seconds left, and Kevin Quaife had a great chance in front of Laflufy. Made a great save on Quaife about 15 seconds ago, Rocky. Ryan Young slides it to Laflufy, and there'll be another face-off as Poach is going to the net.
Actually, Laflufy made 2 great saves there, but he started the whole thing. The puck came to him. He had a chance to freeze it. He kicked it right back out in the slot. Maybe he hasn't had enough work this period, Terry. I don't know. But he had to make 2 great saves there.
Laflufy shoots it off the glass. Hunter smacks it to the Pasco. He's bodied. The puck is shot to centers. Fritz will chase Spencer Ondrick. With 6 seconds left, the puck gets out, and there's more action as Hunter goes against Bradley. Pasco gives him a bit of a shove, and now here's another penalty. And that's like trying to push the Statue of Liberty over with these guys. And into the box will go Matt Hunter, at least, for Cranbrook. And he goes alone. And Bradley draws the crowd.
Bradley is a crowd. Big kid. A little lack of discipline here, Terry, on the Cranbrook team. A little frustration, and they had that opportunity to have the power play, and now they got to kill one.
Yeah, how quickly things change, don't they? 4 seconds left, and that's going to end the second period. Kamloops 4, Cranbrook 3, a minute 56 left in the penalty to Matt Hunter as we will go into the third period, Rocky.
Well, I think, Terry, excellent discipline shown by young Bradley from the Kamloops team. Everybody out there wants to take a run at him because he's the biggest tree in the forest.
Why?
Yeah. There's no...
those girls want to climb the biggest tree, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody wants to give him a little bump, and he's taken it, and he's drawn... I think he's drawn 2 of the 3 penalties that Cranbrook has taken here. But a little lack of discipline by Cranbrook there. Although a lot of this game is played with emotion, and you don't want to take that out of the game. Cooler heads have to prevail. Craig Stahl had drawn the penalty. Wes Peterson had to haul him down and hold on to him. Craig let his temper get the best of him and give him a shot, and referee Osmond was correct in calling that penalty right away, and then Bradley carried the puck in over the blue line. Everybody, I think it was just that young Hunter got there first, but everybody wanted to take a run at him as he was carrying the puck. So.
Well, Rocky, I'm going to give you a chance to talk to Marv Peterson. He's the manager of the Kamloops team. He was the manager last year for the Pee Wee team that won the provincials. He's been around for a long time. And I'm going to let you talk to him a little bit about the Kamloops team and about their organization.
Okay, thanks, Terry. We'd like to welcome Marv to the broadcast booth here. Welcome, Marv. Your impression so far in those first 2 periods? Yeah, it's on.
Well, I think it's a real credit to both teams, the way they're playing. There's been some great hitting, like old-time hockey, some nice goals, some good saves, and I think it's all around a very entertaining game, and I think a credit to both teams.
Well, we just like to say to you, thanks for coming down. I guess it was there was a bit of consternation on Kamloops' part of being able to get here, and we'd like to thank you for making the tournament. I think everybody involved would like to thank the Kamloops team. You guys have been coming here for a number of years, and you've always had a good hockey team, whether it be the Pee Wees or the Bantams, and always provided quality entertainment for the Cranbrook fans. If I can ask you, what would Kamloops' plans be now? After this Christmas tournament, obviously you're pointing towards the provincials, as is every other Bantam team. What's your schedule look like from here on in?
Well, excuse me. We're taking this weekend off, the coming weekend, and then we have a couple of league games. Our next tournament is in Victoria on January 15th. We hope to make third or fourth spot to get a berth in the playoffs, and we're hoping for an upset in the playoffs. Whether that'll happen remains to be seen. The other Kamloops major team is a pretty major power in the league, so they're going to be tough to upset, but we'd love to do it. And after the league finishes, we have hopefully the playoffs, and then we're going to a tournament in Abbotsford, and in the end of March, and after that's over, we hope to be able to get into the Kibet tournament in Kamloops. We're not sure about that, but we're hoping to get in.
Well, it looks like to me now this team is mostly made up of first-year players, except I believe for the goaltender, and most of these kids are the kids that won the provincials last year from the Pee Wees. Maybe a bit of a rough ride from this first year, but do you anticipate them all staying together for the next year, for the 93-94?
Well, that's right. We do have one second-year goalie on the team. The rest of the boys are mostly the boys from last year that won the provincials right here in this arena. in March, and there are 2 or 3 new ones, as there are every year. There's always a couple of changes, and we do anticipate the nucleus of the team staying together for next year for our second year in Bantam. Yes.
Yeah, obviously you've got a bit of a different system in Kamloops than we have here in Cranbrook, and just because of the population there, this minor and major system. Your impressions on that system? It seems to be working, for at least from our perspective, but you being involved as you are there all the time, how do you feel it works?
Well, we found it works quite well so far. We do have a large population, so we have a large registration in minor hockey, and we're able to function that way. I think most people are very happy with it. I think it gives an opportunity to develop more players than you would with just the one team. It is a little rough on the minor team. I will admit that at times. And we're fortunate, I guess, with this group. We have a fairly talented group, some good size. But you have to be prepared to, when you are the minor team, you have to be prepared to fight for everything you get. There's no doubt about it. And as the major team, you can be rather dominating at times, but you do pay the price as a minor team.
Well, certainly you seem to have good sponsorship and obviously good support from the parents and fans. Certainly as vocal or more vocal than the Cranbrook fans, maybe a result of the 4-3 score. But I would like to thank you. You've done an excellent job here the last couple of years. All the people from Kamloops coming in here, and all the parents and people involved with the Kamloops organization have always shown to be a quality organization, quality people. And it's been a pleasure watching your teams play here and having the kids come and participate, whether it was in this Christmas Bantam Tournament or the provincials last year with the Pee-wees. It's always been a pleasure, and we'd like to thank you for coming up, Mark.
Well, thank you very much for those kind comments. We're very happy to be here. The weather was a little rough, but we had no problems, and we're looking forward to the trip home. And it's been a very well-run tournament. I wished you could have had a few more teams. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but I think for 4 teams, I think it's been just great.
Well, good. We'd like to wish you continued success, not only in this game, but in the year to come, and hopefully we'll be seeing Kamloops team here next year.
Well, we hope that will work out, yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Marv.
No, we got some stuff here we can go over. Rocky, let's run over the history of this tournament a little bit. It started in 1972, 21 years ago, and I believe it was started by Ken Cochran and Norm Guizzo and a few of the guys that were involved at that time. And Saanich Braves had 2 pretty good hockey teams. They came in and won it the first 2 years. And I can remember a couple players from then, Lenny Dawes, who ended up in Chicago for a little while, and John Newberry, who played in the Montreal chain for a few years, and I think he's still playing somewhere in the Maritimes. So they had a pretty good start there, and we've seen Kamloops a couple of times before. They've won it twice, the Kamloops Jardines, and they had the Kamloops Toyota, North Cam Toyota, I think the team was called. But Mickey Fritz is coaching Kamloops this year. Coached the Kamloops in 76 or 77 when they won, and so he's been around a little while. He stepped out of it for a few years. The Kelowna Nokas came in here in 1976, and they had one of the best teams that's ever been around here, and they had a couple of players that ended up playing in the NHL as well on that team. And that team ended up winning the province that year and did really well at the Kamloops International Tournament as well. Lethbridge has won the tournament twice. They won about 2 years ago, and they won in 1981. Leduc has been here, and in '82, and I believe Zardy Zalewski played on that team.
Yeah, that's correct, Terry.
Medicine Hat won in 1980, and they were here for quite a few years and then kind of dropped out. And Calgary Mustangs have played at Calgary Royal Gold and the Rangers, and so we've had quite a mixture of teams. Edmonton has been here. Some pretty tough hockey teams over the last few years.
Well, I think, Terry, if the fans come down and watch, and not only your diehard hockey fans, but any fans come down and watch, you're always liable to see potential INHLers. 1982, Leduc came in here. Zardy Zalewski played for them. Currently with Hartford. James Block was the MVP here one year. Played for Portland. Got drafted by Hartford. I'm not sure if he's up now or not. Obviously, a lot of Cranbrook products here. Scotty and Robbie Niedermeyer played in this hockey tournament. Glenn Cochran, I believe, played years ago. Joel Savage played when he was here. So Joel with Rochester. Glenn had a great NHL career. A long one. Finished up just recently with Vancouver. So the quality of the hockey players that come to this tournament, although you may not see it right off the bat, if you come down here and watch, you're always going to see one or two quality players. I think when Lethbridge won it, they had a young defenseman by the name of Adrian Bull playing for them now. He was up, that was 1989, I believe, and he's played with Spokane, I believe, and in the WHL. Had people like John Clem from Cranbrook, Robbie Shapitka from Cranbrook.
Jason Marshall,
Corey Spring, now with up in the University of Alaska. So there's always been some good talent here to play, and it is kind of sad to see this down to 4 teams. Whether we change the date or not is something that somebody else will have to decide. But we've always this tournament has always been able to provide quality entertainment for the hockey fans, and there's always been one or two people. I think every year, if we go back and went over this. The list of winners that somebody's always gone on to the NHL to play. They might not have lasted a great length of time, but they were good enough to make it. And not very many tournaments can say that every year they've put somebody from that tournament into the NHL.
Well, Dallas Drake is from Rosslyn, and he played for Calcigar, I believe, when they were here, or Trail. And he's making a pretty good impact in Detroit right now. I know the tournament directors are a little down at not having 8 teams, and it is tough to run a tournament with 4 teams. You got to have 8 teams, and the future is in doubt. It would be too bad after 21 years to have it go, but it's been here at this spot before, and somebody's come around to rescue it and beef it up again for 2, 3, 4 years, and it goes in cycles like probably most tournaments do.
Well, I think a credit, Terry, to the parents involved. Every year this tournament is. Even if there's only 4 teams, it's a quality tournament.
That's right.
People put a lot of hours in here. John Scott just purchased a new business, and we'll give him a bit of a plug here up in Kimberley. Didn't purchase. He's the pro now up at Kimberley Golf Course. Although there's not much golf going on up there right now, he has a business to run, but he still puts in a lot of time, and that type of thing is done by every parent on the teams, and every year. It's not
That's
just
right. Every year it runs. No, every year it's been run like that. And actually, when it comes right down to it, the quality of the tournament, and the tournament has been kept going this long because the parents of Cranbrook have been willing and able to run a tournament of this kind. And you don't get that in every city. I know one situation that is really good is in Medicine Hat, and they have an organization there called the Hockey Hounds, and they're separate from any team, and it's just a group of probably old hockey fanatics or young hockey fanatics or whatever. Somebody who's not playing, and they got an organization of about 50 guys there, and they do a lot of organization. They run the tournaments. They raise the money to get the sponsors. They do the programming and stuff, and so the load is taken off the parents, and as a result, there's a lot of continuity, which unfortunately in Cranbrook. You have the continuity of the hockey team, but you don't have the continuity of the parents, and that's very important to keep it going. And so every year people want to go back to the same tournament because they know it's going to be run a certain way and they know what to expect. And maybe Cranbrook should have a look at something like that if they want to keep a tournament of this caliber going at Christmas time.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Terry. I think although it is a credit to everyone involved that we still got fans in the stands and still people willing to come out and take in this type of hockey. Well, I guess getting back to the game, Kamloops going to start with a power play here. They've got minute and 54 seconds up by 1 goal. Cranbrook's going to be hard-pressed to puck out of the net.
Well, Fritz has got to be happy with the performance of his team. As we've mentioned a couple of times, it's an all first-year team. Cranbrook is a little more balanced. They've got a couple of first-year players, but mostly second-year players. But Kamloops has had 4-3 in Cranbrook's own building as Ryan Young flips it out, and Nowicki has the puck. And Rocky, let's see what happens here. As we've mentioned, there's a shot by Fritz that's high and wide, right in, and a good save by Yondrik as the net goes off. On a good play by Fleury, and he's in there deep.
Yeah, Fritz has got a little bit different alignment out there. He's got young Fleury on the left wing, and then Baines, normally a center, play in the right wing, and Fritz up front as the centerman. That Fleury moves the puck well, smart with the puck, and he can shoot it too, Terry.
Konecki freezes the puck against the boards, or tries to. Good play by Fleury to come up with it. Fritz has it. Fleury in the corner, and he's not challenged as Cranbrook backs off. Fleury getting lots of time to make a play. He goes to Fritz, checked by Spence. He gets it to the line. Ryan Young tips it and then whacks it down the ice. Kamloops so far has been the better puck control team. Cranbrook a little bit more whack and bang team. So let's see what happens in the third period. As Baines, 47 seconds left in the penalty. Cranbrook lines up along the blue line. Brent Kersey shoots it around, and Nowicki has it. In the corner it goes to Baines, to Nowicki, a slap shot, and hit the side of the net. Baines again. Behind the net, Fritz. And it's shot down the ice by Kamloops. Fritz has it at his own blue line. To center as Cranbrook lines up along the blue line again. Fritz dumps it in, and he's chased by Kersey. Into the corner, Fritz is bodied by Kersey. Kersey comes up with the puck and gets it. Nowicki shoots it at the net, and it's stopped by Ryan Young. He can't get out, and there's 3 Kamloops guys deep, and they score! Kamloops, Fleury, the defenseman, as Fritz goes to 3 defensemen on a power play, and that's a strange move. That's like an old Punch Imlach move, putting 5 defensemen out to start a period. But anyway, it works. Kamloops goes up 5-3, and that power play was just over. Just over. As Kamloops put a lot of pressure on deep on the Cranbrook Eagles, and Cranbrook couldn't come up with the puck. They had it in the slot once and couldn't get it out, and the turnover cost them a goal, and that's cost them quite a few times tonight, quite a few chances tonight, and finally Kamloops cashes in. Kersey, Dustin Kersey, to Roddy Nelson. He can't get anywhere. Spence has it. Stick handles by one Kamloops player, and Roddy Nelson shoots it. Dustin Kersey, to Stahl. He shoots it wide. At the point, Spence wires it high and wide. And there's been a difference too, Rocky, that Kamloops defenseman hit the net, and the Cranbrook defenseman seemed content to shoot the puck high and wide, trying to get something out of the air. Spence chased by Padgett. He just flips it off the glass. It comes to center, and everybody's screaming for too many men, but that's not going to happen in this rink. Konecki, Gafer, Bradley, backhand pass to Peterson. He'll just chip it off the boards, and it hits the Cranbrook players at the bench, and there's a whistle.
I think Cranbrook, they seem to be running around and trying to take the body now, and Kamloops is just willing to take that. As long as they can control the puck.
They're a strong team.
They're happy to do so, and they'll take those body checks. Cranbrook's got to be more concerned with getting and controlling that puck, Terry.
Ryan Young shoots it. Fleury stops it. Off the boards, off Quave's head. Another chance by Ward. He can't get out. Now he gets it again. A pass to Gafer. It's behind him, and this will go down the ice and be called for icing. The Rocky Cranbrook players get the puck a lot. They have the puck a lot. They work hard to get it, but as soon as they get it, they throw it away, and that's causing a lot of problems for them. It causes some frustration and it's causing the turnovers that they're making are costing them. They've had the puck as much as Kamloops, but not for as long.
Well, I think, too, that when they shoot it in, the difference between the two teams is the Cranbrook forwards aren't going at full speed. The Kamloops forwards are. And they're able to get quicker control.
Hunter scores! A good shot from the point by Matt Hunter high. It was deflected. I'm not sure who tipped it, but Hunter had the shot up high. We heard a couple of sticks. And there's a bit of a discussion here. I'm not sure if they're looking for assists or talking about if the goal was scored or not.
I think referee Osmond pointed that it was a goal score. There's a minor question, I guess, off LaFloufie that there was a high stick that tipped it. I believe it might have been Ryan Young right in front after winning the face-off, went to the net, knocked that high shot down between LaFloufie's legs.
Well, you don't like to see players scrambling for assists, so Rocky, in a hockey team.
Oh, no.
That's the last thing you need. Pocha scores. So they give Ryan Young an assist. Hunter shot the puck, and Ryan Young also gets an assist. As the puck goes deep, Nowicki will get another shot. Ondrik, and a good save by Ondrik, as Ward couldn't put the puck in. Gafer, and he loses it to Pocha. He scrambles hard enough to make Pocha make a bad pass, and Hunter was 2 feet from the red line and dumps it in. And it's icing.
Well, Terry, an excellent chance there by the Kamloops team, and they've done that twice to Cranbrook. Come right back after they scored a goal.
That's right.
Really an excellent save by young Randy Ondrik, but a Cranbrook defenseman rushed out here all the way out to the point to try and run the Kamloops defender over, and there was 3 guys in behind him.
Yeah.
No support. The Cranbrook's going to get themselves in a heck of a lot of trouble if they keep that up.
Chris Young will chase Peterson. Peterson, the pass out over the blue line. Kersey loses it, and it comes to Jeff Scott. Stops, shoots it off the boards and out. It's shot in by Bradley. Brent Kersey goes back for it. The stick handle's trying to get away from Warner. He takes a puck away from him, but Kersey comes up again with the puck. A good pass to Chris Young. And there's one of the few times the Cranbrook defenseman has come out of their own zone and made a good pass to the forward, Rocky. Paget, 3-on-2 for Kamloops. A back pass to A.J. Baines. This is going to be trouble. Here's Warner going right in, and Ondrik makes a good poke check. A good play by Ondrik. Back to the point, and Bradley gets another low, hard shot. Ondrik, another save, and Warner is there. And Kamloops scores again. And a little bit of sloppy play again, and the Colts or the Eagles are running around in their own zone a little bit again, Rocky. And a wide open in front of the net was another Kamloops forward, Kenny Warner, and he makes it 6-4 as John Bradley gets his umpteenth shot of the night.
Well, once again, Terry, a little undisciplined play by Cranbrook. The puck went into the corner. 2 forwards and both defensemen chased the puck into the corner. And the result was pucks in Cranbrook's net, and that's what should happen when you have 4 your own boys in the corner.
It looks like confidence is a bit of a factor here, Rocky. Kamloops players are not expected to win, and they're playing with lots of confidence. And Cranbrook looks like they know they're supposed to win, and so they're having a little bit of difficulty handling this kind of situation. Riley Nelson shoots it. LaFloufie stands up and makes a save. In front of the net it comes, and Bradley just uses his strength, shoots the puck around to Craig Stahl. He dumps it into the corner. Dustin Kersey to Riley Nelson. In front to Stahl. And a slap pass and a slap shot, and it's wide. Stahl back to the point. He puts Konecki in trouble, and here comes Kamloops, but they can't get the puck out. And Spence to Riley Nelson. Over the line. He shoots it, and it's deflected high to the corner. It's Konecki as he's playing forward now. A pass out here to Bleakley. Over the line he'll go, and he is just hammered by Spence. Craig Stahl, deep in his own zone. Comes out to the line. A good rush to center, and he just shoots it in. Peterson, off the boards. Bleakley is bodied. Spence shoots it. Pocha in front. It's deflected wide. Dustin Kersey goes for it. Puts it in front. Kamloops shoots it back to the corner. Kersey trying to make a play. It comes to Bleakley, and he shoots it out, and Spence will come up with it. He's chased by Gafer. Gafer puts a lot of pressure on with his forechecking. Pocha can't get anywhere. Fritz back to the blue line. It comes Peterson. As Kamloops makes 2 good passes, but Spence comes up with it. Pocha. The pass to Ryan Young, to Quaife, and he just kind of shovels it ahead, and Fleury chases it, and he'll be bodied by Ryan Young, but there's a Kamloops player there to pick the puck up, and Kamloops gets the puck out over the line. Matt Hunter shoots it back in. Fluffy stops the puck with 13:06 left in the third period. A good headman pass to Fritz, and he'll go one-on-one against Corey Becker. Fritz over the line, and Ondrik goes down and makes a save. To the backhand, Fleury is stopped by Ryan Young. Hunter is bodied. Fritz, here comes Ward, and he's checked off the puck by Becker. Fritz took a run at Ryan Young, and Matt Hunter over the line with the puck, shoots it behind the net. Pocha. And it's rattled deep by Jeff Scott. And again, Rocky, a little bit of indecision on the part of the Eagles players, as they're a little bit disorganized offensively.
Yeah, I think too, being down 2 goals is they're playing now with a little bit of desperation. You're seeing defensemen making rushes and nobody covering up for them. And once again, we run into that problem, Terry, where everybody's trying to do it themselves instead of letting the puck do the work. And the teamwork got you here. Let teamwork win it for you.
Brant Kersey, Paget, Fiorentino, Nowicki bodies him. Again, Fiorentino fights for the puck. Chris Young behind the net. A good centering pass and a hard shot by Jeff Scott, but it's deflected. Kurt Paget against Kersey, and he shoots it, and it's deflected wide by Ondrik. It's tipped, and there's going to be a penalty here as Beans is in the corner down. I didn't see who's getting the penalty. Somebody's getting a roughing penalty. Brant Kersey, as Cranbrook gets a penalty with 11:59 left in the third period. 6-4 for Kamloops. And Rocky, I didn't see the penalty.
Well, I think referee Osmond called it on Brant Kersey. I thought he played the body well, made him make the shot, and finished the check, took him to the boards.
Right,
but referee Osmond saw it differently, called a roughing penalty. So Kamloops sitting back, though, Terry, and just waiting for their opportunities. This is what you want to do. You have a 2-goal lead. Make sure all the shots come from the outside. They're doing that. They saw their opportunity there, went down one-on-one. Good transition, and Cranbrook was forced to take a penalty.
Well, Chris Young and Robbie Fiorentino have done a good job for Cranbrook deep in the Kamloops zone by making a couple of good plays. There's the pass right in front of Fritz, and it's right on the ice, and that's going to make it 7-4 for Kamloops, and that didn't take long. Kamloops wins the draw. Fritz beats Ryan Young in the draw. They work the puck deep, and Fritz is open in the slot. A shot right on the ice, and we've seen a lot of those shots tonight, this morning. And that took 8 seconds off the face-off, Rocky.
Well, Cranbrook was 2 men short there, Terry. They had 2-man advantage and threw the puck out in the slot, Fritz right along the ice.
Matt Hunter shoots it. It's tipped by Ryan Young down the ice. And a Cranbrook player, Matt Hunter, is hurt deep in his own zone. As John McCauley goes down to have a look at him. And Matt Hunter is down, and Cranbrook doesn't want to lose him, bigger, stronger defenseman. But there was no call on that. We didn't see a Rockies behind the play. As
looks like he's hurt his ribs, or at least he's holding his right side, Terry.
Lucky Raffle winners for the midday ticket, Jim Peters, Woodville, Nicole Julie, Wes Holmes from Cranbrook, Robot Dice Ticket, Stephanie Jameo. Kamloops Blazers, Jared Paycheck. Dr. Ken Lottie. The All-Star T-shirt, Al Benjamin. The Flame Stick, Bill Garrett. And the Canucks sweatshirt, Jamie Wells.
So Doc Marty wins Jarrett Bouquet hockey stick. What's Ken Marty going to do with the hockey stick?
Probably give it to Alan.
Lucky program number.
Or Bobby. Maybe Jared can just give it to Bobby up in Kamloops.
Number 4. Number 36. Number 40.
Matt Hunter's still down, Rock. You don't know what the problem is. It doesn't look like it's too great for Matt Hunter.
We also missed the second penalty. The first penalty that Cranbrook drew there at 9:01 was to Kersey, number 25 Kersey, for holding. And then I believe they also at the same time, Jeff Scott, number 15 from Cranbrook, a roughing penalty. That put Cranbrook down 2 men. They're only down 1 man now, but with 11:39 left, they're down 3 goals. They're going to have to generate some offense, and they're going to have to stay out of the penalty box, Terry.
Well, they have had the offensive territory, Rocky, as we've discussed. They just haven't had the offensive possession, and the 1 or 2 passes it makes to spring somebody loose in the open in the slot, which Kamloops has done, and Kamloops has scored 3 or 4 goals from the slot and deep because of their quick passes, and Cranbrook's a little disorganized defensively deep in their own zone.
I don't think they have the same intensity around the net as Kamloops does, Terry. Kamloops boys seem to bear down, get 2 hands on that stick, and shoot the puck hard. Cranbrook, 1 hand on the stick and a little, just more hope, and the puck goes in.
That's right. Konecki flips it down the ice, and Peterson will pick it up with 1:12 left in the penalty. Craig Stahl has the puck. He goes way back deep in his own zone as Fleury is out on a power play again, and Pocha just about picked up a pass from Craig Stahl. The Fluffy shoots a puck behind his own net as John Bradley is bodied off the puck by Stahl as he's putting in a pretty good shift, killing the penalty. He's going to try to do the same thing he did last time, and sometimes that doesn't work, but this time he changes a bit, and they shoot the puck down the ice, and he'll chase it, and he's shown a little bit of spunk, finally, in this hockey game. Baines. This shot off the boards, and Stahl has the puck again. And he backhand pass, and there's the trouble. Fritz comes up with it, but he loses it as Pocha slapped the puck away from him. 16 seconds left in the penalty, and Kamloops didn't really get much of an opportunity on this penalty. Fleury. It's shot down the ice by Brent Kersey with 4 seconds left. And the puck is shot to center. Ward has it, and he loses it, and Ryan Young shoots it in. Behind his own net is Bradley, and he flips it high in the air as Brent Kersey goes back with 9:45 left in the third period. 7-4 for Kamloops. The puck is in the corner. Hunter is back on the ice, and the puck is stripped from Bradley by Ryan Young. He's hooked. They call for a penalty. They get a whistle, but it's an offside rather than a penalty.
I'll tell you what's happening here is the chippiness in this game has attracted referee Osmond's attention there. A little stuff going on behind extracurricular activity going on behind the play, and referee Osmond, rightly so, turned to watch and make sure nobody got hurt. And Bradley got away with a bit of a hook, possible breakaway for Ryan Young, knocked him down.
Corey Becker shoots it in. Behind the net, the Fluffy shoots it. Chris Young to Fiorentino. Deep, Chris Young chases Nowicki and tries to center the puck, but there's nobody there, and it's a 2-on-1 for Kamloops. Fleury to Baines. And not a great pass as it goes wide. Becker misses his man. In the corner goes Fiorentino. Back it comes to Nowicki. A shot hit the post. Becker against Baines. Chris Young has it to Fiorentino. Pass right on the stick. A Warner is checked by Hunter, and it's offside.
Cranbrook seems a little slower again, Terry, in making that transition. The Cranbrook defensemen get the puck, and they don't seem to make that crisp pass, and as a result, Cranbrook gets bottled up in their own end. They're a little lucky that Warner couldn't quite knock that puck down at the blue line. Else Kamloops would have had another excellent opportunity.
Yep. So there's a face-off deep in the Kamloops zone. 8:54 left in the third period. The time is starting to become a bit of a factor here for the Eagles, Rocky, if they want to get back in this game and win the hockey game.
They need a quick one here, Terry.
Off the boards it comes, and Kersey. Baines ahead to Warner. Warner, a good play by Jeff Scott to take Warner out, and he's always a threat. Kersey can't get control. Craig Stahl behind his own net. Stahl, the right winger, comes out right into the slot. It passed to Nelson. Nelson looking for Kersey, a headman pass. Kersey over the line, fans on his first pass, still has the puck to Stahl, to Ruddy Nelson, but neither one of them get the puck. And there's a good hard check by Fleury, a good shoulder, and he's going to get a penalty, and that is a bit of a strange call, I think, Rocky.
Yeah, it looked like he called it checking from behind. I thought it was shoulder-to-shoulder contact, but this may give Cranbrook the opportunity they've been looking for to get back into it. Terry, I said before you need a quick goal. I think they all go into the net at about the same speed, but Cranbrook needs one here within the next minute, and this power play may afford them that opportunity.
Well, and I think this is Cranbrook's first power play, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
Ryan Young, Jeff Scott, flips the puck, Kamloops, gets it out as Ward got it to center. Ryan Young. Jeff Scott has it now, and he goes 1-on-2 as he gets no support from the Cranbrook forwards. Into the corner it goes, and Fritz will shoot it down the ice. Back is Craig Stahl. To center. Stahl going to try to do it himself again. He gets over the line. A good play. Shoots along the ice. The save by the Fluffy. It goes to the corner. Stahl got in and couldn't quite get all the wood he wanted on the puck. Comes back to the point. Spence shoots it. It's chipped. Deflected high over the glass by Craig Stahl.
Excellent play there by Craig Stahl. Carried the puck all the way out of his own zone. Maybe didn't get the shot he wanted, Terry, but did give Cranbrook their best opportunity in a while. Beat two guys by himself. Bit of a poor shot by the defenseman there. You can't flip the puck in at this level. Shoot it as hard as you can. If they deflect it, they deflect it. Make that shot on net.
Well, there's a shot. They score! There you are. He won the face-off back to the point. Jeff Scott shot it. Tried to shoot it hard. It went half speed. Up high. It's deflected again by a stick that was close to being high, but I don't believe they'll call it a high stick, and I don't think they should. And we'll have a look here. Ryan Young wins a draw. Scott shoots it. Ryan Young tips it, and it goes by LaFluffy, who didn't have a chance.
Well, there, that shows you the importance of winning that draw. That's the second draw that Ryan Young won. The second goal they got by that shot from the point. Although we mentioned this before, I think in the Colts game, there are not a lot of forwards want to stand in front of that net when it's chest high, but
well, he wasn't in front of the net. He was still in the face-off circle when he chipped it. I wonder who's been working on the draws with this hockey team. And 2 goals off the face-offs. Spence all alone. He's last man. He gets it. Quaife. Pass Campo and Fleury just missed Ryan Young. And that was murder's row. Post it back to the point. Spence will wind up and he shoots it. And that's deflected but by Fleury. And it goes wide. As the Cranbrook defenseman, as we mentioned, Rocky, their shots are high and often wide. They've got 2 goals in front to Quaife. And he can't quite get a shot away as Ward. Gafer. And he comes in over the line. 1-on-3, kind of loses it. As Cranbrook comes up with it. And they just shoot it down the ice with 6:40 left. In the third period, 7-5. Fleury will be chased by Fiorentino. Over there to Ward. Paget will chase Kersey, who comes up with a puck. A good pass to Fiorentino. And he flips it in at the goaltender LaFluffy and chases it. And he gets a sandwich. But he showed pretty good hustle there, Rocky, getting in and chasing his own rebound.
assist, that's it.
So who got the goal there? Ryan Young gets the goal?
No, I believe they awarded it to Jeff Scott
from Ryan Young.
From Ryan Young.
Okay. Well, they don't have this. There's centering pass. They don't have the modern technology that Mike Turner and Christian Adler are using in the truck to see what's going on. Cranbrook, a high pass off the boards. Brent Kersey off the boards. Baines, and that's offside.
Once again, instead of making that quick pass, Terry, the Cranbrook defense threw it all the way across the ice, about head high, hoping that, I guess they'd knock it down with their head, be able to pick that up and go. There was, on the right side, a little quick pass up the right side. Cranbrook would have been away. This is to Kamloops' benefit, all these slow play stoppages.
Spence, Dustin Kersey, nobody going for Cranbrook. It's shot to the blue line. Spence again with Konecki. Craig Stahl to Dustin Kersey. And he's all by himself. Spence again. One glove and one bare hand. Backhands it back in. And that's a dangerous play to play without a glove, Rocky. Anyway, here comes Kamloops. Off the boards and out. Petrie over the line. He's going to shoot it. A hard shot. He scores! A hard shot by Petrie. And I think it was screened a little bit as Spence trying to block Ondrich's view. And just gave up the ground as Petrie came up over the line, and we'll take another look at it, Rocky. As Fleury starts the whole play, it comes to this side to Petrie against Spence. And Spence did screen Ondrich a little bit as he backed off, and maybe not playing with his glove made a little bit of a difference there. A little bit unsure of what to do, and didn't want to get his hand hurt. So he gave up ground to Petrie. Petrie just walked in, used him as a screen, and put it high. A good shot, though, on Ondrich.
Once again, high to the stick side. Randy Ondrich screened all the way, and I think it was a good point you made, Terry. Number 10 for Cranbrook, Dallas Spence, playing without the glove, tucked his hand in behind him. A little afraid to go down, maybe block that shot or challenge man on man, and the result is Cranbrook's down by 3 again.
Kersey, Pocha, up over the line, and he's going to get a shot. Deep, goes in deep, shot, and a good stand-up save by the Fliffy. They score! And somehow that goes in. 4:59 left in the third, and we're getting them fast and furious now. It's 8-6 for Kamloops. Pocha made a good play going to the net as they beat Nowicki, and we'll see the play here as Kersey comes out. Good puck control to Pocha. Pocha, little chip pass, and then charges to the net, shoots it up high, and somebody shot it in. It fell down, and I think the first Cranbrook player, it looks like Pasco, I think, might have tipped that in, Rocky. I don't know if we can get another look at that, but it looked like Pasco actually might have put it in.
Tipped it in, and a high shot by Pocha up top, and just rolled over Lafufi's shoulder.
Baines can't get anywhere. Kersey. Ryan Young. Pocha. Baines flips it out. Baines again. Warner. Over the line it goes. A little scrambling play there, and there's an offside play. 4:33 left in the third period. As Kamloops gets up, Cranbrook refuses to die in a wide open hockey game. Peterson shoots it off the boards. Spence will go deep, chased by Padgett. Spence puts the puck in Baines' stick, but Chris Young coming back. Fiorentino tips it out. It's dumped back in. Baines touches it, and Kamloops is called for an offside. So they give the goal to Pocha from Kersey and Scott. And that was a tough play on Osmond's part, a tough call on Osmond's part, Rocky. It was tough to see even on the replay whether or not Pasco went in and scored the goal. Chris Young off the boards and out. Craig Stahl goes back. Stahl around on the boards. Chris Young gets the puck out to center. Fiorentino chases Fleury. Spence has it. He'll come over the line. Gets around Fleury. Good play by Spence. Centering pass. And Chris Young just couldn't quite get a stick on it. A shot wide by Stahl. It's deflected. Chris Young behind the net, looking for a centering play. Comes back to the point to Konecki, and he lets it go out. And now there's going to be a Cranbrook penalty for an elbow on Kenny Warner. And that's a killer, Rocky. 3:36 left in the third period. And who's going to the box?
Looks like Craig Stahl, Terry.
As Craig Stahl will get a 2-minute penalty with 3:36 left in the third period, and that hurts.
Well, once again, emotion, especially at this level, plays a big part. Craig Stahl trying his heart out there, took an elbow and penalty.
Kersey shoots a puck out. Fleury, Bradley flips it in. Kersey shoots it out and down the ice. And there's a bit of a dangerous play. Oh, is that Ray Marnick in there? Fleury and Bradley, the two big defensemen for Kamloops, and the points in the power play is Kamloops. Ward, Fritz, and Gafer. Fleury, Bradley, looking for somebody to pass to, but just dumps it in. Kersey goes back for it. Kersey to Pocha. Pocha shoots it. Bradley dumps it back in. Jeff Scott shoots it. It's 8-6. There's a shot, and Ondrik makes a good save. Well, not a hard shot, but it's 8-6. 2:38 left. Pocha. As Cranbrook is trying to kill a penalty, doing a good job. Pocha has got a chance to get around Fleury. Gets no support. Goes to the corner. Good puck control. Tries to center it. And Ryan Young can't come up with the puck. Back to the point. Jeff Scott. A good play. He's going to come over the line. Gets by Fleury. Scott shoots it. And a good save by Lafoufi. Centers it. And there's going to be a penalty here. And this is a good play, a good hustle by Scott. As down goes Ryan Young in front of the net. As Kamloops is going to get a penalty with 2:08 left. 32 seconds left in Cranbrook's penalty. Fritz, I think, is going to the box. But Cranbrook put a little pressure on there, and it caused Kamloops to lose their composure a little bit. So we've got a 4-on-4 for 32 seconds with 2:08 left in the third period. So Cranbrook will have a power play for about a minute and a half by the time this is over. Dustin Kersey and Riley Nelson for Cranbrook on the forward line. Spence and Konecki. Back to the point. Spence knuckles one to the corner. Riley Nelson goes after Bradley, and there's a submarine. Kersey battling for the puck. Dean shoots it. Konecki to Riley Nelson. Back. Good pass to Spence. A wrist shot and a good save, and it's right in the middle of the Lafoufi. Kersey goes to the net. And there's Kersey showed a little spunk there, Rocky, but he's going up against a couple mountains in Bradley and Peterson. Looks like somebody's going to get a penalty, I think.
I think we got coincidental penalties here. Terry, I think Kersey's going to get it for charging, and Ward is going to get it for high sticky.
Well, Kersey should get a penalty for going in. The play was over, and he went right to the net, and the whistle had blown, and he went right at the goaltender. He was going to get a penalty, and then Ward jumped in and decided he was going to settle some matters on his own, and he gets a penalty. So, no. Now they have, Kersey has his penalty on the board, and so does Ward. So they're going to offset each other. There's a minute 48 seconds left in the game. 12 seconds left in Cranbrook's penalty. A minute 40 left and Kamloops' penalty, so Cranbrook will have a power play in 12 seconds. They're down 8-6. And here's their chance, Ryan Young. And he's won a couple of key draws lately. There's another one, Spence. Over to Jeff Scott. He'll shoot it, and there's another one of those
Bow ties.
those duck killers. It's flipped, not out. Spence keeps it in. He falls down. Riley Nelson and Bradley shoots the puck off the boards. Young keeps it in, and Paget shoots it down the ice. Craig Stahl back for it. Deep in his own zone. There's a bad pass. It comes to Spence. Paget trips him. Spence behind his own net. Over here to Riley Nelson. Nelson. Cross ice pass intended for Ryan Young. Craig Stahl over the line. Tries to center it. Spence has it. He's a defenseman. He's deep. There's nobody covering up for him. Ryan Young can't center it. Still has the puck to Craig Stahl. And Kamloops comes and picks the puck up and shoots it down the ice with 45 seconds left in a hockey game. It's Randy Ondrick. Is that of the net? Oh. Spence shoots the puck right across the front of his own net. And Riley Nelson comes to center. Cranbrook has 6 players on the ice. Going to the net is Pocha. Ryan Young can't quite get control. Kamloops shoots it down the ice. It's not icing because they're killing a penalty. There's 25 seconds left, and Craig Stahl. They're going to have to make things happen in a hurry here. Stahl to center, over the line. Deep, and he shoots the puck to the corner. Ryan Young centers it. There's a penalty, but that won't matter much now, Rocky. There's 10 seconds left in the hockey game. It's 8-6 for Kamloops, and they're going to win the 21st Annual Christmas Tournament sponsored by the Cranbrook Bantam Eagles.
Well, Cranbrook in a bit of a tough spot there, Terry. You don't ever want to refuse a penalty, but when Kamloops threw that extra penalty, Cranbrook was going to pull their goaltender anyhow. But having the penalty, that allowed the Kamloops guys just to wind up and shoot the puck down the ice as many times as they wanted. And with open season on that net. As a coach, you always like to have that manpower advantage. You knew you were going to have it pulling your goaltender. But Kamloops with the penalty, with a 2-goal lead, they just wound up, shot that puck down the ice.
There's the draw. Goes to the corner behind the net. LaFleur, he shoots it. Riley Nelson will shoot it. It's deflected by Peterson. And the hockey game is over. And Kamloops, Dolson Raiders, a minor hockey team, minor bantam team from Kamloops, all first-year players except the goaltender LaFluffy, are going to win the 21st Annual Cranbrook Christmas Bantam Eagles Hockey Tournament. And I think, Rocky, that Cranbrook's a little bit disappointed in their performance today. I think the pressure was on them a little bit too much, and they looks to me like they were trying too hard and lacked a little bit of confidence in themselves. Kamloops played a pretty solid game, and without a lot of offensive pressure by Cranbrook on them, Kamloops showed a little bit of poise, and I think that they are full marks for their win today.
Exactly, Terry. And I think what we saw here was two really well-coached teams. You're right, Cranbrook felt the pressure a bit more, especially you're the hometown team and the favorite. If you're expected to win, Kamloops had nothing to lose, and they came out and they played that way. They played loose, but a well-coached team, too. They had the puck in the Cranbrook zone. They didn't panic. They made the sharper, crisper passes, and they capitalized on every opportunity they had. Cranbrook I thought, had equal number of opportunities. The difference was Kamloops was able to bury theirs. Kids like, for Kamloops, I was really impressed with young Kenny Warner. He was all over the ice. He did everything. He might not have showed up as much as Bradley or Fleury, one of the sort of the unsung heroes, but I think he had a hat trick tonight, and he had 4 or 5 points.
Yeah, Ward and Warner and Fritz and Petrie had a great shot. Gayfer worked hard for Kamloops, and I thought Jeff Scott did a good job in defense for Cranbrook. Now what's this? The game starts. So Ryan Young gets a game star.
Number 6
for Cranbrook, and Kenny Warner gets a game star for Kamloops.
Well, I guess full marks to Ryan Young, but I think Jeff Scott played extremely well for Cranbrook on defense. He was a force. Craig Stahl, when he decided to get going here in the third period, managed a couple of solo rushes end-to-end, put the pressure on the Kamloops team.
Robbie Kern, hero number 15 for Cranbrook. This year's MVP tournament winner is Kenny Warner, number 16. Sorry, number 18.
They made a mistake here.
Yeah, they made a mistake. I think they called Kenny Warner up, and they wanted to give it to young Fleury.
The winner should be number 18, Chris Fleury.
So Chris Fleury gets the tournament MVP, and I'm sure Kenny Warner's a little disappointed. But
What do you got a game star?
Well, Kenny Warner gets a game star. Well, that makes sense. As you said, Rocky got 3-4 points.
Captain player to receive the trophy, Mr. Bill Larson, Cranbrook Minor Hockey President. Goalie, number 1.
The Floofy. Come on, John. So Kamloops goaltender. Kamloops is always going to come. Now it's going to come up. Robert Petrie.
They're giving them all individual trophies here, Jerry.
Number 9, Derek Lee.
Well, we talked about Chris Fleury earlier, Rocky. He got the tournament MVP, and he's a pretty good-looking hockey player. He's a good defenseman. He played forward a couple of times in the power play, and very versatile player. And so he gets a tournament MVP. We didn't see all the games, but he's definitely he's got a future.
Well, I think definitely one of the better players on the ice, Terry. Coach Mickey Fritz from Kamloops had him up on the power play. I think because of two things. One, he handles the puck so well.
Yeah.
And he's a strong hockey player. We saw in the one power play, he was along the boards. He took the Cranbrook player right off the puck, came out with the puck, and made a nice play. They didn't score on that particular play. But be that as it may, he definitely made a difference up front. Playing back on defense, he was a tough, one of the tougher ones to get around. Shot the puck well from the point, and generally played a really heads-up game for Kamloops.
Yeah. One thing I was impressed with Kamloops, Rocky, going into this game, we saw this team last year, a lot of the same players in Pee Wee, and a lot of these players now are playing in the Bantam as a team, and you kind of got to be a little afraid sometimes when players move up all together for a few years, because they get comfortable with playing with just one or two players, and that's always a danger. But Fritz moves these guys around, he switches lines, he puts players in different positions, and he's got all these players are very versatile. They can play in the wings or center, or they can play defense and forward, and he's doing a good job of moving these kids around and keeping the complacency level down a little bit. And they're going to be a force next year for sure, because they'll be a major team next year, and they're already a bit of a force this year as a minor team.
That's right. I also think, too, although Cranbrook hates to lose this tournament, this is going to do them a lot better farther down the road.
Well, that's what they say. You should learn by winning or losing, but sometimes, sometimes you got to get used to winning a little bit too. You get the confidence factor up, and we mentioned that a couple of times that maybe Cranbrook needed to get a win to get some confidence, and maybe a couple of goals, or they never really got ahead in the game, and if they'd have got a couple of goals early, a chance to get ahead, things might have been a little different for them.
I think we see that at this level quite a bit, Terry, and we mentioned it a number of times. It's how the momentum changes so quick, and it's awful tough to get your kids to come from behind. Frustration tends to come out at this age, and a lot of them playing with a lot of emotion, especially in front of the home crowd. But hopefully the coaching staff, Roddy Hunter and Doug Young and John Young, will direct to the boys just what exactly happened here. And it was, they got behind, and a little bit of individual effort cost them, and they had to play as a team. And I think they'll learn. They're young enough, and coaching staff fairly knowledgeable in that area. Although all the kids a little disappointed, obviously, that they lost, but the big one's yet to come, I think. Hopefully down the road to pick up on what just went wrong here.
Well, they didn't give up. There's no doubt about that. They kept coming back, and they came back from 2 and 3 goals, and they kept coming back, and it's just unfortunate they'd get a goal, and then Kamloops would come right back and paw one, and that just shows a little bit of running around a little bit on the Cranbrook's part. And like
Well, I
you
think,
said, I learned from that.
Credit to both teams, Terry. Whenever Cranbrook came and scored a goal, Kamloops come
That's
right
right.
back.
Yeah,
And,
they did,
and Kamloops do the same thing. Night score, Cranbrook could go right back to there. And so, nothing to hang their heads about. Certainly, 8-6 game, down 3 goals, took a penalty there at the end and put them in a little bit of a hole, but they came right back and, they had their chances.
That's right.
What more can we say? They had their chances to put the puck in the net, and this year, today, it wasn't meant to be, and hopefully the bounces will go Cranbrook's way in the provincials.
That's right. Well, at 11:30, Beaver Valley and Kimberley will play for a 3rd and 4th place, as Kamloops has got to get home. And so this 4-team tournament comes to an end. I would like to thank Mike Turner and Christian Adler in the truck, and Kelly Dill and John Barnes on the cameras. And I know Mike and Christian out in the truck. It's kind of cold today, so I don't know what they're doing out there to keep warm.
Hopefully they got a fire going.
Yeah, I think. Oh, they got the fire going. Oh, okay.
Just to remove any speculation as to what they were doing in the truck.
Well,
there.
let's hope the fire doesn't get too big anyway. So Kamloops Dolson Raiders win the 21st annual Cranbrook Bantam Eagles Christmas Hockey Tournament, and for another year this tournament is going to be over. Cranbrook comes second to a pretty good hockey team from Kamloops, and Cranbrook is looking for better things. They're going to be playing in a tournament in Kimberley in about 3 weeks, and that's going to be another test for them. So Rocky, that's we'll just sign off for today, and that's it for another year from the Cranbrook Bantam Eagles Christmas Hockey Tournament.
Well, thanks, Terry, and we'd like to wish everybody out there a happy New Year. We've got more hockey coming up on Shaw Cable with the Colts. They start again after the New Year.
That's right.
I'd like to make sure that everybody comes out to the game, and if they can't, stay tuned to Shaw Cable.
Good deal.